his phone, he's got like 200 messages and 1,000. You know what I mean? So it's okay.
I believe it.
You know, but like, and that's why a lot of these guys get assistants. When I first moved here, I hit up T.J. Miller, right, in all the Deadpool movies, and he plays the bartender, and he was on Silicon Valley. You know, great career, huge guy. And we had only met once when I was in Chicago, one time, and I was copied on an email, and I hit him up and I was like, hey man, I know you produced this show. You don't know me at all. I'm like, we did a couple shows together in Chicago. I'd love to do your show. He's like, yeah man, here's my assistant's number. Do the show. You know what I mean? And so like that was super cool. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna be like, oh, TJ Miller's like my best friend.
Well, that's
you know
what that's what Tone Bell did when I texted him about being on the show.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I'd love to, but send the information to
But
my assistant.
I get why you have assistants.
He's
at some
like,
point,
I don't
because
have-
there's only so much time in the world, you know.
Well, I took it personally.
Did you?
Yeah.
I get it.
I knew Lamar Morris back from New York,
Who's
and
that?
the black guy on New Girl.
Oh, he's so nice.
Well, he was until he.
No.
No,
I
well,
met him
you know
after
what?
he was on New Girl, and I mean,
He,
I'm a hot chick, though, I guess.
yeah.
I
He-
accosted
he
him
doesn't
on the
have.
street, and he hugged me.
He doesn't have a reason to hit me. But now that you say that about Chris, maybe he just took a long time to get back to me. I just stopped texting.
What I think it is.
How many times did you text him?
I texted him. Well,
You
the thing,
will?
well,
I finally just stopped texting.
well, I texted him when I first moved here, and he hadn't gotten New Girl yet,
Yeah.
so he wasn't like famous yet.
Yeah.
But at the time, he was doing a lot of commercials. He was decently big. But when I knew him, he was like a BET host.
Yeah.
Like he was, decently famous, but he was on the come up.
Come up.
The up-
Yep, you got dyslexic for a second.
Yeah,
It's okay.
on the come up.
Peripheral.
And when I first got here, I texted him, and he texted me right back, hey, lock me in, blah, blah, blah. And then he got New Girl, and then I think I texted him about something.
Yeah.
And he never got back to me, and then I texted him again, like, a couple months
Yeah.
later about something, and never got back to me.
Hold on,
What's
he
funny-
got New Girl
Okay.
like 8 years ago. So
Yeah,
you've
that-
been holding on to this for 8 years?
No.
Let it go.
I mean,
He probably doesn't even have your number anymore.
Let's call
probably.
Let's call him.
I don't know if I still have it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm assuming Chris Red also didn't respond to me because he gave me his phone number.
Yeah.
He doesn't have mine saved, so he probably just like bloop, bloop, 200. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like you've been wow. Aaron.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I pitched a show with him as a, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
it wasn't just like some person.
Yeah, it sounds
that
like
I-
you guys had a closer friendship.
Yeah, we did a movie together,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
No, maybe he's just a dick and he just forgot everybody.
No,
else.
I mean,
I think it's more of what.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for sure. It's for
Dude,
sure.
but imagine like, okay, you become famous and
Everybody wants to
everybody
talk to you all the
wants
time.
something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
I
sure.
see people now that are drawn to Chris because he's the guy on Saturday Night Live, and I see that, and I'm just like,
Everybody wants
you know.
a piece of you in some
And
way.
so I always make it a point, especially with my friends, and I don't have a lot of friends that are famous. I have a handful, but like, I try to keep it as regular and as normal as possible. Hey, how's your family doing? What are you up to? I call them on birthdays. Like I would a regular friend, because I see how the whole world treats them differently.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? And I would love to say that I'm not, I would never change, but like I know that because I run the development show at the Improv, like I have to put up this wall with people because they all want to
Oh,
get on
right,
stage.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And these are all my friends, and I want them all to get on stage, and I want them all to like get their shot to like perform at the Improv. But at the same time, it's like it's a system that I have my own people that I answer
It's the
to.
same wall that I kind of have to have working here.
Absolutely.
People are,
Oh, I get that. Hey, how do you do a show on Dash? And
Yeah.
I'm like, be the most talented motherfucker in the world. By the way, you guys are listening to the Kim and Ken Show on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy Radio. If you guys want to catch up on old episodes, you can go to soundcloud.com/Kim and Ken Show and listen to some old episodes. We have about 32 that are on there right now, and we update the show every Monday with the previous Monday's episode. Also, you guys can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Kim and Ken Show, KYM. Why? Because she can't say proverbial. Kim and Ken Show on Instagram and Twitter. If you guys want to follow us, we've got some great content on there. We were talking about, before the show, we were talking about everybody has a group, everybody has a friend within their group that is the game killer, that has no game. Whether it's with girls, with guys, whatever. And we were talking about our game killers on the way up here, because you had a friend
I met a guy years ago.
You met a guy.
Years and years ago.
You
and
gave him your number.
I gave him my number, and it was like before text messaging. So like I gave him my phone number, and he called.
So you were in your 30s.
Go fuck yourself.
Definitely not 20 anything.
What?
I said you're definitely not 20 anything.
He's trying to add on to my joke.
Yeah.
He's trying to tag my joke.
It's just
man.
being mean, just like unnecessarily
Unbelievable.
mean.
Unbelievable.
So I had two guys the other night hit on me, and they thought I was 27. And then I was like, "You don't think I'm 23?" And they were like, "No."
No.
And I was like,
You're pushing it.
"But I am 23." And then they both looked at me. I'm like, "I'm a rough 23." And they were like, "You're 23?" I'm like, "No, I'm 46." They're like, "You're not 46." I'm like, but I'm 23. And then they left. They made an excuse. One of them said, "I have to go to the bathroom." And I was like, "I'm going to go to the bathroom too." And I was like, "I'll be waiting here when you guys come back." And they're like, "Sure." And then they never came back. And I was like,
God.
that was great. Okay, so I met a guy years ago, and so he called me, and then like there was no text messaging to be like, "Hey man, I'm busy the next couple of days, I'll call you back." So I just was like, "Oh, I'm not going to be able to call him until it was like Tuesday." I'm like, a day and a half, I will not have any time to call this guy, right? So I was just like, oh, I'm going to call him Thursday morning. In the time that he called me and that I was going to call him back, he called me like 12 times. And I was like, we had friends of friends, so I knew he wasn't crazy, or I knew he wasn't like an asshole or creepy. And they were like, yeah, it's just kind of what he does. And then we later became friends, and I asked him about it, and he was like, well, where I come from, when someone calls you, you call them back. And I was like, well, where I come from, when you call someone and they don't call you back right away, it's probably because they're busy, and the last thing you should do is blow up their phone like a lunatic.
Yeah.
And then we basically were just like, well, he's like, I'm not going to change. And I was like, well, you're going to die alone.
And he's married with kids now.
And I am alone.
Alone, right? Yep. Maybe you should call people back. You know
12,
what I'm
or
saying?
call people 12 times.
My buddy Brian is the game killer. And he would do this thing where he would approach girls. This is back when like Golden Tee was popular in bars. That
What's
golf
that?
game is the golf game.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
spin the ball
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah, they had that at Big Wings.
And so we would we would talk to a bunch of girls, and then all of a sudden, oh, you want to play Golden Tee? Like, oh my god, I've never played this before. Okay, I'll play. And he's like, all right, but if I win, you gotta go out with me. I was like, oh, man,
God.
what are we
That's
doing?
terrible.
What are we doing? So then these girls like would go out, and he would do the same thing. Like he would get a number, and then he was like, oh, when should I call him? I'm like, when did you get the number? Like Thursday? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, just wait a day or two. You know, don't seem too eager. All
Yeah.
right, cool. So like, he would wait a day or two and call him in like in the morning, and then he wouldn't hear anything by the afternoon. He's like, I'm calling him again. I'm like, no, don't do that. No, I'm gonna call him again. He's like, because I want to make sure they, you know. It's like, don't-
They got your call. You
They
don't
got
need to
the call.
make sure
No,
You leave a
anything.
message?
Oh yeah, dude. It
Oh,
was-
how long were the messages?
Oh, I don't know, but yeah, you know, I just want
Costanza messages?
yeah, just want to make sure you got the phone call. Blah, blah, blah.
I went on a date with a guy years ago, and like it was a great date, great first date, wonderful, right? Picked a great restaurant, but the gentleman, it was all great. The only thing that wasn't great is that he cheers to meeting his dogs way too many times and talked
Whoa.
about his ex-wife a lot.
Dude, don't ever cheers on a date.
Yeah, don't ever like cheers to me, and also cheers to many more memories, right? Like cheers to many more memories, you and me. And I was like, yeah, maybe. And then I kissed him because I might kiss her on the first date because I want to know, you know what I mean? If there's sparks and you're a little weird, maybe I'll go out with you again. But if there's no spark, you know. So we,
Kind of a hussy, huh?
yeah, you're
Got
welcome.
it.
Also, what year were you born in? Hussy.
We get it, fussy britches. All right.
So he calls like 2 days later or whatever, and like I have, we should talk about this. I think
We are.
if you go on a date, go on one date and like you're not interested in me, you don't call me, or I don't call. Like I don't think anybody's owed any explanation after a first date.
No.
Right? So he calls me, I don't return the phone call. In my head, that's sign enough that like I did not want to go out with you again. We go
Even
on.
though you kissed him though.
Yeah, but
But you knew before the end of the date that you weren't going to go out with him again. So why did you kiss him?
all right, well, let me tell the other part
Oh,
of the story,
okay.
and then we can
Please.
talk about the kiss and all that
Sure.
stuff. But so, I didn't call him back, and then he called again, and then he called again,
Yeah.
and then he called probably like 10 times, and I
Oh.
was like, this guy's gonna make me break up with him.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna have to break up with this man. So I call him, and I'm like, hey, I'm like, you didn't fly me. He's like, I took you to dinner. And I was like, you didn't fly me to Paris. Like, what are you talking about? You took me to dinner. I wasn't interested, and here we are. And he's like, He's like, well, I think we should go out again. And I said the words.
Oh, that's terrible.
I said the words. 2009 is looking really busy for me, so I don't think it's
Oh,
gonna happen.
snap!
And then,
Bow, 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 bow.
God, I hate you. Not you.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So then yeah. So I can't remember what I was talking about.
Why did you kiss him?
Because I wasn't not on the fence. Like, I was on the fence about if I'd see him again. Like,
What's the date that like you kept using the bathroom, or he paid for his own drinks, or didn't pay for your drink, or something like that? Or was that a different date?
that was a different kid.
Okay. So you
Try being a girl in this town is a
So you
nightmare.
have-
Dating in this town is a nightmare.
Dating-
You get free food.
You had to outsource your girlfriend. So
Goddamn right.
Yeah, it's rough.
Run.
The only serious relationships the only like really good relationship I had in this town, I outsourced him from New York.
How long did that last?
A year.
Oh, that's the longest relationship I've heard of you being in.
I was with someone on and off for like 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Colorado, dude. He asked
Wow.
me to marry him. I told you that.
Why don't you say yes?
Because I didn't want to move to Colorado. If I was,
My life would be so different.
you wouldn't know me.
I know.
You wouldn't be sitting here right
It's
now.
the Ken and Darren show.
You wouldn't even be
Talking
here.
About bitches. talking
You wouldn't
about
even
getting
be
up
here.
dicks up.
Yeah.
Hell
That's
yeah,
what's up.
dog.
I
Hell
hate
yeah.
you.
Yeah, dog. Funny, don't stop. On the Kim and Ken
Yeah,
show.
you have to go after Alex.
Bro,
He's trying to.
come on.
Is he talking shit about us?
Dude, he's
No.
probably posting videos talking
But
about
Louis Dix is.
Louis-
Not you guys. But
I heard
about
Louis
everybody.
Dix does talk about us.
Louis
I-
Dix. Isn't he like 97 years old?
He's close.
Wasn't he like Martin's father on Martin?
Was
he was on all those 90 shows.
Wasn't he Cosby's father on the Cosby Show? Or Camille? What was Cosby's wife on the Cosby Show? What was her name? Not the actress, but the character's name.
I know, Claire.
Claire. I think it was Claire's dad. Was Louis Dix. Old ass Louis Dix. Come after me.
Yeah, he was.
Come on.
I heard him briefly lament about how everyone can't be Town. And
Yeah.
he named pretty much all the other shows.
Yeah.
Did he name us too?
I don't even know. I don't think he thinks he. I don't even know he knows who we are.
He does. He did the Ice House show.
Oh, I wouldn't know
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said no words to me.
that. Yeah.
I said, "Hi, I'm Kim Carl. I'm the host. You're Louis Dix." And he went, "Oh." And I went, "Do you want me to say anything about you?" And he's like, "No." And I was like,
Which is odd for a black comic, because usually they're like, "Here's the 9 things
"Oh,
in
really?"
the order you should say them."
Well, he was like, I was like,
I was on ER in 1998.
well, I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I introduced him. He went up, and then he left. And I was like, "Bye. It was really nice to meet you." And he went, "Uh-huh."
Yeah.
I literally don't think he said a single word to me.
I want to do a show. I want to do
And
it.
then Marcus told me that he talked shit about us. I was like, well, he said he talked shit about everybody. And then I was really upset if he didn't talk shit about us.
I gotta
And then he
say,
said
I
he
was
did.
listening. What was it, Thursday?
Uh-huh.
And I was crying. He's funny, man.
But
What was he crying? What were you crying about?
yeah,
He
What were
was
you
just
laughing
making
about?
fun of
Why are-
everybody.
Oh, of everybody?
us too?
What does he know about anybody? Does he listen to the other shows?
Are you
guess.
listening now, Louis Dix? Call us, Louis Dix.
I'm gonna go after the Funny Don't Stop show. I can't.
You can't take it.
94 motherfuckers is sitting in a room. You know what I'm saying? You know? They got
I
a
mean-
social media engine going,
They do.
but they got like 64 views on their videos. Fucking relax. The Funny Does Stop at 72 views.
Ooh. Fires being shots are being.
Dude, I'll fire him. I don't give a shit. You guys are listening to The Kim and Ken Show on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy Radio. Marcus, I hope you're listening, and we hope that you're getting better. Marcus blew out his Achilles. He was playing in a 16-over basketball league.
I hope he's listening. Call us, Marcus.
Yeah,
323.
blew out his Achilles, so he's on the rebound. Phil just walked in, so maybe I didn't fuck up. Yeah, if you guys want to join us online at Kim and Ken Show, we're up to 231 followers. What?
Not to
Yeah.
brag, you know.
I'm trying to get Kim to post more, you know. I don't know. I don't look good in bikinis.
Salacious pics.
Salacious. Thank you.
Wow.
Say the word.
Salacious.
There you go. But you wanted to say salsa. I can tell.
I hate you.
I know it. I get it. So getting back to my game killer buddy Brian, married, has a kid, so eventually. But what we used to tell Brian was, dude, talk to girls like you talk to the girlfriends. Like the way he would, the way you would talk to somebody's like my best friend's girlfriend. Like he would just have regular conversations with these girls, but as soon as he was like in a flirty situation, it was just like he put all this immense pressure on himself. And then he would just like try to like be this like rebellious dude, like negging them.
Oh God, the negging is just so.
And
It works.
No, not with regular solid women.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, if you're just wanting to get laid but like yeah, sure, but
How do you neg girls?
Oh, I hate negging.
You just kind of make fun of them.
Yeah.
No. There's a difference between negging, I believe, and then just like teasing.
Yeah,
A little bit.
I mean,
Sometimes
it is
teasing's a
teasing.
little.
I think there's like if you like somebody and have chemistry with somebody, a little ball. Like my girlfriend and I bust each other's balls all the time, especially early on in our relationship. Now we were friends for a long time, but like we are constantly busting each other's balls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I don't know, like with negging, I view negging as just like almost like a little bit beyond the.
Well,
funny.
it's building value for yourself while
Knocking down the other
knocking
person.
down someone.
And you think it's a successful?
And you think that builds value for you to knock down
No,
someone?
but
That's-
it works.
But who does it work on? It worked on me when I was an insecure
Girls,
23-year-old.
girls, you've decided that you want to hit on in that way. This isn't. You're not looking for.
Now
a
here's the
girlfriend.
thing. Here's the thing though. What's worked for me is straight up not flirting with girls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I don't flirt, or if I'm not, there's no cheesy line. If there's no like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular fucking Ken. Like if I'm just a regular dude, then they'll be like, oh wow, like this one girl I dated. She's like, she worked at the comedy club, and she was just like, you're literally the first comedian that hasn't tried to sleep with me. And she's like, and now I want to date you. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's
But I never
disarming
like.
in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like my whole like game was to just not have game. It was just to not flirt. But I also see it a lot of times. Like the dudes are good at it, man. Like good. Like that just never worked for me. But I see
Negging
guys.
or the negging?
I can see negging working. It's in a way, it's just like playing on a girl's insecurities. You know what I mean?
So gamey, and if you're a smart girl, you see right through it.
Yeah,
It's stupid.
absolutely, absolutely.
I had a guy that would do that to me all the time, and I was like, dude, I know you like me, and like,
Yeah.
I'm a 30-something-year-old woman, and
30 what?
something-year-old woman, and I was like, I don't like being knocked down. It hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me like you more. And
Were
he
you-
went, oh shit, and I was like, yeah, stop.
Well, I
doing
mean,
that.
Were you wearing
there's
those-
subtlety to it too. Like not.
Were you
you
wearing
don't
those
have to
shorts
like.
when he said that to you?
These right now?
Yeah, were you wearing those shorts?
What's wrong with my shorts?
Were you wearing those?
I'm just curious if those are the shorts you were wearing. when you started running.
It's not working.
You don't want to get a text message at midnight.
You turned
What's
on.
wrong with my shorts?
I also know it's not working because like
Like, come over, girl.
2 weeks ago, you were like, you look really good in those shorts.
Yeah.
So I
don't
know.
remember saying that.
You did.
Did I?
Yeah.
No.
And the dude I like told me I look good in these shorts
Okay. The
too.
dude you like,
Yeah.
that's not emotionally available.
I am not emotionally available.
I get it.
Or
When it's so funny because anytime you bring up a guy that you're like, oh, I like this guy, I'm like, okay, is he recently out of rehab? Or is he recently out of a relationship? And then she like makes a face. I'm like, okay, the relationship. He just got out.
I don't think
You
I've
love
ever dated,
rebound dudes.
I don't think I've ever dated anybody who just got out of rehab. Someone who should go to rehab. Oh wait, I did date a guy who ghosted me in the middle of it and then came back and said, sorry, I'm a full-blown alcoholic and I had to go to rehab. And I was like, you are? He goes, oh, I was really fucked up every time we went out and I had no idea.
Yeah.
He's like a powerhouse guy in this town too. Like, but I can't say his name because
Because literally nothing will happen. He'll end our non-existent careers. Is that what will happen?
I don't understand why you talk about yourself that way.
I'm just.
I have a budding.
I don't. I
career,
just
and
don't.
I can't
I don't.
wait to see. What
I don't
happens next.
subscribe to the like. I can't believe you named the name. I don't care. You shouldn't say his name, but I'm just like.
Nah, I wouldn't say his name. I wouldn't say his name more out of like anonymity because I know he's in AA,
Yeah.
and so I wouldn't say his name.
Oh
for that,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that kind
No,
of respect.
that.
Yeah, I would.
for sure.
He got it together.
I don't know, because we went out a couple of times afterwards,
God,
and
damn it.
and he said, I was like, so he's like, oh, AA is the worst, and I was like, no, give it some time or whatever, and he was like, honestly, I just went to rehab just to get it like under control. Like, I'm not gonna quit drinking forever. I just didn't want it to be as bad as it was. And I was like, oh, you're an alcoholic.
Yeah, that's not looking good.
And it's cool you spent, what, $100,000 on this rehab?
Mhm.
And you're probably going to have
Just
do
to
it.
cool it a little bit.
Yeah, you're like probably going to have,
Just to
like,
hang out in Malibu in a mansion for a while.
yeah, I was like, you're probably going to have to go back. Like, I know enough about addiction and people, like, people who are addicted, like alcoholics.
I forgot to mention our guest, Brian McDaniel. He'll be on.
He's an alcoholic.
Yeah, he's an alcoholic, flaming alcoholic. Huge drinker.
Flaming.
No, he will be Brian McDaniel. You will recognize him if you should look him up. He was on TMZ for 8 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
The TV show?
The TV, no, the bus.
What do you mean the TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a
or-
website first.
It's a very Kim question. Sing
Nah. I don't think we'll go that crazy.
Proverbial.
proverbial.
Mm-hmm.
Proverbial.
Vertebrae? Can you say vertebrae?
Vertebrae.
You can say that word too.
You say it weird. I used to have a hard time with my R's.
Brian McDaniel will be joining us. If you guys want to call in, 323-230-4610. Do you have a game killer in your group of friends? We want to hear about it. 323-230-4610. Out your game killer, because there's one. I swear to God, every group has one. I think girls have a game killer too. Like when girls get overexcited about a guy that they like.
I'm the game killer in the sense of a lot of my girlfriends don't want to go out and meet dudes with me.
You're not a good wingman.
I'm a good wingman if I'm out to meet dudes, but like we'll be sitting at like one of my girlfriends, she's like, it sucks to go to bars with you because like we'll be sitting at a table and a cute guy will come over and talk and you'll be like, we're not interested. Anyway,
Oh,
like
yeah,
I was
that's
saying,
awful.
I'm that girl. Or what we were watching, I don't know if it's a game killer, I just don't want to be hit on. We were watching football a couple years ago and me and my 3 girlfriends, Broncos were on. So I'm watching the game, and of course I'm getting hit on. They want to be hit on. I don't want to be hit on, so of course I'm the one that's getting hit on.
Mhm.
We get it. I know that that's what
I
you're gonna say.
did not.
Oh, you were
I
gearing
was
up
not.
to be like, we get it.
Hold on a second. Okay.
Do you feel better?
Yes.
No, it's just painful for men to listen to women be like, I don't want to be hit on. Like
It's painful.
it's
You're
I
very
think
pain right now.
because I don't think you're being honest.
Well,
I,
no,
think you
it's-
want, I think you want to be hit on by the right guy.
No, this guy was. Let me finish my story.
Okay. I know the story, but please finish it for
You
our
know the
listeners.
story?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm watching the game, and one guy comes up, and he was good looking enough, and he's like, "Hey, are you a Bronco fan?" I'm in a Bronco shirt, watching a Bronco game, and I was like, "No, I'm wearing this shirt, watching a Bronco game. So idiots like you come over and talk to me."
Wow.
And he was like,
What a bitch.
I don't care. I'm watching football. Leave me alone. I'm not here to talk about boys. I'm here to watch my game, right? So, and then another guy comes over and he sits and he starts talking to me and stuff, and I'm like, and my girlfriends text me. They're like, literally the hottest dude in the bar is talking to you, and you could care less.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I know. I'm watching football. And he's talking. He's asking where I'm from, and I'm answering. Finally, I was like, dude, can we do this on commercial breaks? I'm watching the football game.
Mm-hmm.
And my friends are like, this is why we can't take you places, because you won't, like...
Yeah, you're a bad wingman.
Yeah, well, next time should I be like, hey, those 2 are super desperate and want to talk to a dude. Go talk to them.
No.
I'm going to watch my football
I wouldn't
game.
say that either.
I want to watch my football game.
The dude would appreciate that information.
One of them will for sure blow you, so go over there. I want to
That'd
watch
be good
this.
info, yeah.
Yeah.
You do it. You do it.
You're listening to the Kim and Ken Show on Marcus King Presents Comedy Radio.
Where can they find us online?
They can find us online at Instagram at Kim and Ken Show.
You sound like you're reading copy.
This would sound better if I was reading copy. I'm trying to remember all the information. We're here live every Monday.
Are you
We
sure?
are right now.
I love how everything ends in a question mark.
And then we're, yeah, so we're.
Very good. All right.
So if you're in your GM, take us with you. What do you say? You
Mm-hmm.
download the app.
Have you
Slacker
looked
radio.
at Have you looked at the app yet on a
Sarah
GM
Michelle
car or a fucking Range Rover or any of these
I
cars?
have not seen it yet.
Oh, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta go on a field trip.
Go to a lot.
What a Ferrari. Ferrari. Beverly Hills, like, you guys have dash radio?
Um,
But I have not done it yet, and I'm embarrassed to say that. But apparently, we're built into every GM car,
2019, yeah.
every like all these dash. I mean, that's why we're called Dash Radio because we're built into all these crap, but I don't even know how to, like, I want to be able to tell listeners how to, like, find us within their console.
My friend Ashley listens on her console.
Does she really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she's like, it's right there on the thing.
Oh.
Hi, Ashley.
What car does she have?
I have no idea. I've been getting into Kim's car at least twice a week for the better part of 2 years, and couldn't pick it out of the lineup. I think it's nondescript and navy black.
It's brown, but okay.
That's
And every single time she goes, "This is your car?"
You know what's funny? I think every dude in my life drives a nondescript black car. They don't, but that's what I. So last night, the dude I like, we were walking down the street, and he was going to drive me home, and I've been in his car a couple of times, and I go, and there's 2 cars. He's like, "Oh, this is me," and there's 2 cars. One's a nondescript black car, and the other's like a nice little Jeep. And I go to the nondescript black car, and he goes, "That's not my car. You've been in my car. It's a Jeep." I was like,
Maybe start paying attention. How about that, Kim? How about paying attention to the things in people's lives?
"Like your car?
Yeah.
What kind of car do I have?"
You have a fucking, what is it? A Nissan
No,
Sentra?
no,
It's like a
That is a Nissan.
gray. It's a
Yeah.
gray. It's gray.
it's not gray.
What is it? White?
No.
I don't know. But I could pick it up. If we were walking to it, I could pick. I go, "Oh, there's your car."
But it's not gray
Is-
or white.
Is it a?
It's
what
like
is
bright
Sentra?
blue. It's like bright blue.
Sentra? I thought it was a Nissan.
No, it's a Kia.
Oh, it's a Kia. I knew it was some.
I love my. If I have to get another car, I'm gonna get another Kia. I love that fucking thing. So, I think I'm the game killer of my.
You are.
I think so, but I
You're
think
a
it's just.
terrible wing person.
But if you're like, I'm a good wing person for my male friends.
Yeah, I can see that because you're kind of a dude.
Thanks.
You're kind of a. You're kind of a tomboy.
Oh, thanks.
No, not something.
Is that why? Wait, what's? I don't know how to be girly. I don't understand. Like I'm sitting here with dudes last night, and they're all like, "Huh, I'm funny. No, I'm funny." Like fist
That's how they
bumping.
sounded?
That's how I think you all sound when you talk. And I was
Oh,
just
okay.
like, I'm funnier than both these guys combined. But if I say anything, that's boyish of me. So I just have
Why
to.
are you in a who's funnier competition?
I'm not. I just know that I am,
Mm.
and I know I can. Why are you doing?
I'm
this?
wondering. No, I'm curious.
But I'm saying like that I'm a tomboy in the sense that like most girls would just sit back and be like, ha ha ha, you guys are so funny. And instead I'm like, I'm a girl that's gonna bust balls. I'm gonna die alone.
Yep.
I'm gonna die
Oh, yeah.
alone.
No, your cats will be there.
No, they'll blow this pop stand like way before I go.
Like your fish. Your fish died.
How dare you?
I'm just saying he's dead.
I'm so sad about
Did
it.
you get rid of him, or is he still floating in the fucking?
I don't know.
What did you do with him?
Well, they kind of deteriorated when I
Oh,
pulled them out,
God
so I
damn
just put them in the trash. You know what's really fucked up? This is,
Oh,
this is, I mean,
the
this
fact
is,
that you let your dead fish lie there for a month.
it was like a week. This is what's really fucked up. This is gonna get really grim, I apologize. So, you know how they say death comes in threes?
Mm. Okay.
So my fish died, my cousin Mike died last week.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
really sad. I didn't tell you about that because
No.
I don't know, I feel like I have a lot
How
of
old
time.
was he?
Young. He was
Oh.
I think he just turned 64. That's young, dude.
Okay, but when you say young,
Yeah, we're
like you
looking at, like,
emphasize like he was a
22.
9-year-old boy. Like, he got hit by a car. Yeah, 64 is young. Yes.
It's young.
It's young
In
for
the
old.
scope of-
Yeah.
yeah.
He,
It's,
I mean,
it's
he,
young for old.
he had a heart attack. Like
Yeah.
literally just died of a heart. I mean, he was a drinker and a
Mhm.
sad. Like he was what's sad about it is, so we have a family. I mean, the whole thing's sad, but like we have a family farm.
What? You have a family farm?
Oh yeah, there's a crawl farm that's been
Oh.
around since like the 1800s.
God damn it.
Do you catch chickens and snap their
Darren,
necks?
can
No,
you
my-
get a remote? Can we get a remote set up?
Yeah,
I want to go live from the fucking crawl farm.
sure.
Oh my
Why?
god. Who lives there?
My Aunt Jenny.
Of course she does.
Why is that? My
Does she
aunt,
wear a straw hat?
Of course Aunt Jenny lives on the crawl farm.
it's Jenny is in Virginia.
Oh, Ginny. Oh, Ginny. Even
I used to
better.
date a Jenny.
Did you?
Did you?
Ugh.
So, what's sad about the
The
whole
girl that I ran from.
When you jumped out a bush?
Yeah, her name was Jenny.
So, real quick,
Jen.
the grim thing. What's sad about that whole death
Yeah.
thing is that Mike and his brother were to get the farm when
Mhm.
their mom and dad, like my uncle Jim passed 30 years ago, and then when Jenny went, they were going to get the farm. There was some sort of fight 30 years ago about this, and they they've been in a fight for 30 years, my whole life. Like, I know they were close at one point because there's pictures of them holding me as a baby together, but now he's just gone. And I'm like, that whole fight, like, for what, now what?
Yeah.
Neither one of you have the farm, and now he's just dead. So when I don't ever want to be in a fight with you.
The funny don't stop. Unless we talk about dead uncles at the Kim and
Cousin.
Ken show. Cousin, sorry.
The fucked up thing, so I was
What
sitting,
kind of farm is it?
mostly Black Angus, like the cattle.
Okay, it's a cattle farm.
Yeah,
Okay,
but Black Angus.
got it.
Yeah. I think
So you used to eat that?
I don't, I mean, yeah. Why is that weird?
It's not weird, it's funny.
My
She goes,
mom's side has
Yeah.
my mom's side has a farm too, and they used to have a calf when my mom was a little girl. They had a calf, and it was like their like dog almost, and they were playing with it. Like they played with this cow for years. They loved this cow, and then one night they're
It was
eating.
being
One night,
raised-
hold on. One night they're eating dinner, and my mom and her sisters are like, "Mom, this is so good." To my grandma, they're like, "This is so good. What is it?" And my grandma goes, and the calf's name was Butch, and my grandma goes, "Oh, it's Butch." And my mom and all her sisters slowly put down their forks because it's like they were eating their pet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I grew up at a lot of my family's farm. But what's really fucked up is so, like Mike died, my fish died, and I was like, oh, things come in 3. I betcha someone else is gonna die, but it's gonna be in the same line of like, I'm gonna be sad about it for a little bit, but it's not gonna be like my father passed away kind of thing.
Because he's dead already.
Yeah, he died already a
Yep.
while ago.
Mhm. Quitter.
Actually, there's a lot. So.
That's what I say about my grandma. My grandma died like a year ago. I'm like, we don't talk about quitters in my family.
Wasn't she the oldest lady in
99.
Chicago?
No, her mom was. My great grandmother was the oldest person in America. She was 114 when she died.
Fucking wild.
What year was this?
She died in I think 2003. But then my grandma just died. She was 99. Couldn't make it to 100. Selfish.
No way you're
So
going to 100.
No, the guys die like quick. I got like 10 years old.
Oh, God, don't
I was gonna say
that.
you're gonna at least get to 80.
No.
Don't die at 53.
I think my grandpa was 57. 40s. Look, I'm booking stuff right now. You know what I'm saying?
I hate everything about it.
Look, you'll get there one day. You'll book some stuff.
So a third person died.
Yeah. Oh, who was the third? Oh, it already happened?
Yeah, it happened like.
Oh, I thought you were telling me that I'm going to die or Darren's going to die.
No, somebody
Darren,
that-
like, I'd
somebody-
be sad for a while, but
I'd
then...
be real sad if
Would
Darren
you?
died. Yeah.
Happy birthday, by the way, buddy.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Happy belated birthday. How
Thank you.
old are you?
46.
How much?
39.
Black don't crack.
How much?
39.
How much?
Proverbial.
Fuck you.
Am I your sidekick?
Proverbial.
Am I your sidekick?
Psychic.
Hello?
Psychic.
Oh, sidekick.
Psychic.
Yep. Sidekick.
Psychic.
Okay.
This girl from my high school had like a cheerleader. I was a cheerleader with, had like a 10-year bout with cancer and passed away like the day after I thought about that. I was like, oh, it's gonna be someone that I'm gonna be like bummed out about, but we weren't that close.
You know what's weird? In my brain, I just pictured a fucking dead person in a coffin with a cheerleader outfit on.
I think I did too.
Right? Like, why does my brain work like that? She's just holding pom
Because
poms.
that's the picture that we,
Right?
that we were given.
Because you could have just said this girl from high school. I'm not blaming. I mean, it's just funny. You're like,
I
yeah,
don't
she's a
feel- I don't
cheerleader in
feel
high
blamed.
school. I was like,
I don't feel blamed.
okay, let's put her in her fucking cheerleading outfit. That's
What
when
color?
She was her happiest.
What color was the cheerleading outfit?
It was red. It was red. Oh, it was red for me.
Oh,
Just straight red?
Did you ever date a cheerleader?
no.
I never did either. I always wanted to.
Neither one of you were cool enough to be a cheerleader. I
I
guarantee.
get that. I'm fine with that.
No.
How long were you a cheerleader?
First
for?
of all, I grew up
3
in New
years.
York where cheerleaders are.
I knew
like,
that was
we
gonna.
don't give a
get
fuck
This is gonna
about
piss-
cheerleaders.
it was
New
gonna piss you-
York, we get
It
it.
was gonna
We don't
piss
give
you
a fuck
off.
about cheerleaders.
Should I do it again just
Well,
to
let's,
see?
no, please. I'll get through it. And we're listening to That's Fucked Up with Kim and Ken. We're joined right now with the birthday boy, Darren. You guys want to wish him a happy birthday? You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Kim and Ken Show.
That's how they can wish me a happy
Right.
birthday.
Or
That
D
was
Nelly
slick.
Radio. D Nelly Radio.
I don't think that's his. I don't think that's. Oh, his Instagram.
Yeah, I'm talking about someone else for once, Kim.
I thought you were saying his email, you little cunt.
Wow. The C word? We're dropping the C word?
I've said the.
On Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy Radio.
Oh, don't say
Wow.
like you just told on me,
Wow.
you're a boss.
Okay. All right.
He likes my bad mouth.
Yo,
I know, that's
God,
what I
that
said.
even grossed me out.
It grossed me out too.
Especially when you shared with me the last time you went to the dentist? Dude.
I floss every day.
There have
When's the
been,
last
bro,
time?
2 Olympics, bro.
When's the last time
2.
you've been to the dentist, Darren?
Yeah, Darren.
When's the last time you went before
Actually, that's a
then?
good question.
Today.
2 years ago for you, pal.
How long you been? How long?
I haven't been since I've lived here.
Oh no!
No one goes
Bro!
to the dentist as an adult. It's scary.
All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna remote from the fucking crawl farm, and we're gonna remote from the dentist. This wonderful Jewish dentist in Sherman Oaks, Dr. Rosenthal.
I don't think that they're gonna. I don't
Worked
think
on me today.
we can remote at the crawl. You'll be literally the only black person in all of Plato.
Wow.
I'm good on all that.
Wow.
No.
Way to make
You're-
me feel
He knew that.
victimized. I
You,
mean, just-
did you feel
jeez.
victimized when I said that?
No.
Did you say you're good on that? Like you don't want to go, or you're
Wait,
okay
what kind
with
of
I
it?
don't
farm?
wanna
Is this
go.
a farm where people wear sheets on their heads? Like, why couldn't he go to the farm?
They could. He could go. He's not allowed. I'm just saying.
I don't want
I
to
mean,
be
he could-
mistaken for the food.
The Black Angus.
Not all the cows are black though. Some of them.
What are we eating, Darren? Oh, God. I told you not to bring them around here.
Yeah, I'm good.
What do you think they sound like?
That's what they said. Well, that's what you're making him sound like, because he'd be the only black person there.
It's Nebraska.
Black people, they don't play football.
You know who was born in Nebraska?
Mm.
Sarah
Godfrey.
Michelle Gellar.
Godfrey, the comedian?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, she went to my high school.
Anything.
I know. I don't know. I just sometimes want to give you. So
God. Pretty soon, Brian McDaniel will be here, a comedian from TMZ. He's got a new comedy album coming out. Oh, it's out already, called The Filler. It's on iTunes, wherever you get comedy albums. Make sure you guys pick up a copy of that. Brian McDaniel will be joining us in just a few minutes. We should take a break. We'll take a break real quick. Yeah.
then
And we'll play Brian's stand-up. You get that. We'll give you a second to get that queued up. We're going to come back. We're going to be talking about my addiction to my phone. It has become a very real thing because I found the screen time feature where you can
you've been
tell.
talking about this for a while.
So I'm putting some
It's really
measures
fucking
in
with
place.
you, isn't it?
I'm putting some measures in place to limit my phone usage. So guys, stay tuned. We'll be visiting with Brian McDaniel from TMZ.
Did you find his clip?
Here is a clip of his stand-up. Nope, I'm wrong.
I don't think he was listening when you
All
said
right.
we're gonna give him. We emailed it to you.
I'll play music and then I'll go into that.
Cool. All right. Well, stay tuned. Thank you for listening to the Kim and Ken Show. Marcus King presents Dash Comedy Radio. We'll be right back.
How's it going? How do you feel about what's happening right now?
I thought something was
gotta
happening.
feel the
Are you
kid,
having
if
fun
not
though?
rap for the fact of how rarely is. What up? Time to talk is up, so bring the heat.
Yeah, it was crazy as we found out about Mike.
Why you running your mouth, bringing up over your show?
Brian's here.
Gonna
My cousins, I talked to Bill and I was like, I know we fight sometimes, but promise me that at the very least,
yeah.
the next day, we'll call each other and
champions in
apologize.
here. He took it from crack to rap. Now he put
Yeah,
out
he's
2
sitting there.
anthems a year. And I just
Did he
want
hear?
to rock for a century. And then chase the
Are you
wolf with the documentary.
Yes, about your cousin Bill at the
None
very
other
least
than
you'll
flow.
follow.
Life's a
Yeah,
bitch like
30
the
years
motherfucker.
ago,
Let's go.
those
So
who fought over
put
the
your
farm.
arm in your lap. Fuck ride
Yeah.
the beat.
Like,
Nigga,
what's great is my grandpa
looking crispy,
grew up on the
new
farm,
with a 6, but it's
and
a
then he
beer.
was like, I don't want a piece of the farm.
I don't know you,
Sold
but I
his
know a
piece
man
to
becomes a
Jim,
man from all
and
the
then
shit that he
grabbed
go
my
through.
grandma and my
Y'all ain't
uncle and
fucking
came
with
to
Jason.
Denver.
After
How
I
crazy is
cash
that?
in,
Like, I
it's
wouldn't
really
be
no
here if my
justification
papa.
of how I'm gonna change the game. So don't get out of line.
But yeah,
It's,
my-
it becomes a, like, money becomes a real fucking issue, man. My grandma, you know, after everything was sold off and shit, my grandma left $100,000, and she was gonna give my mom half because my mom took care of her, and then 25 to my uncle and 25% to my aunt. And my mom didn't want to give anything, and then she would give us
I'm not as good a father
You
to
turn
my
it down there?
dog as I am to my kids.
I guess. Thank you so much.
Yeah, especially since
Oh,
we
yeah,
had the
tell
kids
somebody.
ago. We brought my first dog home. And my dog started.
Brian!
What's up, brother?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good, how are
Thanks for
you?
doing the show.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for
Great
having
to
me.
see you.
Just need to put that dog
No, he
Your
didn't.
notch way out.
Yeah, hey, look, well, I don't want to touch
I ain't
this.
bumping up.
I'm great,
You're
how are
gonna
you?
sit here.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, you're gonna sit real close to
No,
us.
I'm not doing that. Honestly, honestly, my shortcomings. I should have done it.
But,
I should have done it. It's my weakness as a father to the dog. And so we brought her back home and I tried to take her on more walks.
Did I smell when you hugged me?
Whatever. Just
I didn't
more
notice
attention.
anything.
Didn't work. At
Oh,
one
it's
point
Darren.
on
Sorry.
Sunday, she'd shoot her tail until it was raw.
Right, there we go. Here we are.
Yeah.
So we've been talking
So I called
about
the vet back up and I was like, hey,
every group
you know, the dog shoot
has
her
a
tail
game
again,
killer.
it's raw.
The guy has no game.
Oh, yeah.
And they go, yeah, of course, but you know it's a
So we were
Sunday.
talking a little bit about that.
Okay.
We were
And I
talking
was like,
about.
okay, I don't know what that means.
We're gonna get into this when we after the break.
Okay, well, we're all
My
booked
phone
up, and there's
addiction,
gonna be an extra
so
walk
I
and
can
that'd
see
be
what my screen
$50.
time is now every day.
And I said, okay,
Fucking my
well, we have to go
robot.
to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I get it, that's no problem. And they go, yeah, and also remember, it's.
Crying after sex, during sex, or
Oh.
before sex.
Are there any veterinarians here?
Not me.
They always say that.
And then,
Okay.
Sunday
Yeah.
is the
What else?
day.
What else is there?
when everyone
Well,
does
we're gonna talk. We also have like post shit on Facebook. It's a joke.
My dog had to watch 3 other dogs die. My dog, we're sitting, because we're sitting on the bench, we're the
I like
freaking
it
walk-in
too.
people.
But
We're
I wanted
sitting
to
there,
tell
a
you the
couple
story that
comes
I
in
told last week, but
crying
I'm
with
gonna
their
tell it
dog,
again.
they go in the room
Got it?
crying, they leave
I
without
don't
the
know
dog.
if
Crying. Gertie comes
Yeah, I don't
down,
think he likes me.
they put the dog on.
He hangs out with me a lot. He won't
Another
kiss
couple
me.
comes in,
He
same
constantly
thing, they
lets me know
come
that he's
crying
not
with
gonna
the
date
dog.
me. But yet,
Leave
Turn that just a little bit.
Gertie comes down
Way
the
into
hall.
this.
They put the dog on.
I am.
At this
You're
point,
committed
you know,
to
I'm
the
trying to
work.
cover my dog's eyes.
I don't even know.
Back a little more. Back the
I
other way.
decided after last
Back
night I
the
was
other
gonna
way.
wait
She's
until
doing
he
that
calls
shake
me.
thing where she's like, oh shit.
Right there, right there. Right there, right there.
That was real bad here.
Oh, then this is.
That's me. Yeah.
Yeah, just one.
And then this is
Oh,
my
I'm sorry.
level right
Just a
here.
little
Third
bit.
couple comes in,
Yeah.
they go to the
Your voice
counter.
isn't
and
your-
Right there. No,
Sorry,
no.
screw it.
When everybody
No, right there, right there.
just gotta sit real
Where's
fast,
the
get out,
screen
sit
time?
down.
Should we all
Yeah,
reveal
of
our
course,
screen
you know
time?
what?
Yeah, we should reveal our screen time.
Never seen someone do something
Yeah.
terrible.
We'll talk about-
Anyway, they
How
go
do you
in
look up
crying
your
with the
screen
dog,
time?
they leave
Don't do
crying
it for me
without
though,
the
because it's
dog.
gotta be a reveal.
Yeah.
Show me where it's at. Just show me where it's at. Stop looking at my porn.
Cover my dog's eyes, and then the last second I
It's
think,
the theme that
this
says
is the
screen
moment of
time.
parenting. And I pull my
All right.
hands away
Under
and I say,
settings?
Yeah.
if you don't stop chewing your
I won't
tail,
do it
that's
until
gonna be
live.
yours.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of porn on my phone. That's good.
Okay.
I don't have a porn addiction.
Everybody at the club getting tipsy. Everybody at the club is getting tipsy.
Jesus Christ.
How many songs do you have going on right now, Darren? Was it a mix? Yeah.
Is
You
that
guys,
the
we're
rule?
back with the Kim and Ken show. Joining us in studio. In studio right now.
Oh God, you're gonna do the
I
voice
love the
thing.
voice. Brian
Sometimes-
McDaniel.
Sometimes when we get a new guest, Hello, Brian.
Hi.
Yeah.
It's Brian McDaniel joining you.
Brian McDaniel,
Yeah. Radio voice. He lays on the radio voice. He shows off. Is that what you're trying to
Like,
say?
it depends on the guest, and I never know until they come in, and then it's just like a bunch of voices. I'm like, oh God, we're gonna be hearing a bad El
Can we get
Pacino all
Opal to the
night.
dance floor, please? Opal to the dance floor.
What is that?
That's the stripper DJ
Yeah.
voice.
Were you a stripper DJ?
No,
Why does
but
it
everyone
give-
knows that voice.
Yeah, everyone knows that voice.
Yeah, come on, Kim.
Why would I know that voice?
Oh my God, you were
Oh,
like-
Oh, you
You were
heard the
like
voice.
One, you were like one more bad year away from hearing that voice.
Yeah.
You would be the worst stripper ever, by the way.
I mean,
the worst.
That's two weird insults in like a 10-second
I think
span.
just
Why am I
so-
one bad year away from being a stripper, and why would I be a bad stripper? Second one, totally true. I'd be a terrible stripper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, she couldn't strip.
I can't dance.
Can't dance.
Yeah, but the real magic in stripping is conning dudes, which I think you could be okay
She
at.
couldn't do that.
No.
No.
How do you
Yeah, I don't think
make-
you could work people out of them.
Yeah, you could. You feel too bad.
You guys have been a bartender for 10 years.
That's true.
10 years.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know how I've got like 6 dudes at a bar will be like, I'll have a shot of tequila. I'll have a shot of tequila. And then the 3 other dudes or 4 other dudes are like, we don't want a shot of tequila. I'm like, you guys don't want another shot of tequila? They're gonna do the shot. I guess you guys are pussies. They're like, we're not pussies. We're all gonna do the shot. Like, please, fuck off.
Well, here's the thing. No, you know what you would be good at? You would be good as the waitress at the strip club. It's always like
Yeah.
it's like the hottest girl And
And
you
they're
all
bitchy.
want to see that. Yeah, they're all bitchy, and that's the only girl in the club you want to see naked is the waitress.
I know it is. It was like, why
Hey,
is
that
she
was a
naked?
compliment. Thank you.
Honestly,
You
like,
insulted me
yeah.
pretty bad, but
Yeah,
then
look
you
at
came
that.
back.
But
Comes
like-
back around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes back around to saying he wants to see you naked.
No.
I mean, we all already knew that.
No.
No.
But no, that's true though. The waitress is always the hottest girl. You know what I mean? And then she always has that sassy attitude, and you're like, when are you gonna get on that stage? Every guy says this. And when are you gonna get on that stage? Like, all right, fellas, fucking relax. You know.
I also
She's
couldn't
so
walk
hot.
in the heels, the big heels. I walk like a giraffe.
Yeah.
I'm like an
You look like
awkward.
a wounded giraffe.
You walk like a
giraffe
wounded
that got
giraffe.
shot in the thigh about a year ago and
Do
hasn't
not-
fully healed.
Ken, you don't walk like a giraffe.
I do. I walk. No, not like a giraffe.
Yeah, you walk like a rhinoceros.
Thank you so much. Not like a durable
Did
predator.
you hear what you said about you last week?
No.
Oh,
Malone?
so good.
What did
No,
Malone say?
Johnny Mitchell.
Oh, Johnny Mitchell. What did he
He
say?
said you have the energy of a vice principal.
Yeah.
That doesn't get listened to.
Yeah, that you don't get listened to. We all,
You
we
know
all
how
laugh
funny that
way
is?
too
Oh,
hard.
it's pretty funny.
God, it's so
So
funny.
true.
Vice Principal Gar.
Let's get him on the phone. Son of a bitch,
Yeah.
Johnny Mitchell. Whatever. I'm calling his parole officer.
What does that mean?
He went to jail.
Oh, he went to
Did that not?
prison.
That did not come up last week.
Oh, it did. You went
Okay.
to prison.
Yeah.
Believe you me, my vagina was like, what are you doing after the work?
Why are you saying that to Brian?
Well, I mean, he's married, but I mean, that's what I would say. That's what
Just
I was thinking of
if
a bad
I-
boy thing.
If I want to fuck, mention some criminal activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a parking ticket at WeHo today. Oh my God, Jim's naked.
think
Brian, you
that's
have a
bad boy.
new comedy album out.
I do.
What's it called?
It's called No Filler.
No Filler.
Yeah.
And it's available on iTunes, wherever you get it all.
iTunes, Spotify, yeah, wherever you listen to
Is
anything.
this your first album?
It is my first album.
Where'd you record it?
I recorded at the DC Improv.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
That's good to go out of town.
Yeah,
You know what I
definitely.
mean?
Yeah.
I see people record in town. I'm like, don't do that.
You know what's funny is I just tried to learn from what other people did wrong. That's
Yeah.
really all I did.
Yeah.
I was like, because a lot of comics that I even really respect just had their first albums were just terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Like, what was the stuff that they did wrong that you
Well,
were
they
like,
they
I learned
curse constantly.
Mhm.
Like, you know, they're nervous. They do it in one show.
from? Oh, you're supposed to do it in a couple, right?
Yeah,
like,
you're supposed to do it in a couple. They do an hour. They're not ready to do an hour. I was like,
Yeah.
let me do the length of a Comedy Central special.
Yeah.
30 minutes?
25.
25.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You did a quick set.
Yeah,
Nice.
just yeah. So I do that and
what's
I do
wrong
it on
with
the
the
road.
swearing?
Nothing's wrong with swearing, but you know, you get that nervous swearing. I
Yeah.
find when you listen to a lot of comics'
Oh, yeah.
first albums, they're trying to goose the laugh so hard that they swear constantly.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's like a nervous tick.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, and I'm glad you did it out of town because a lot of people do it in town. I did mine in Chicago, and it turned out great. Like, but I also booked like 3 of the funniest comedians to open for me.
Yeah.
Because I knew that audience would be fired by the time I got out there, and I like literally walked out to a standing ovation because they were so hyped up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is great, but normally I would tell comics to leave town
Yeah.
and then go like to a comedy friendly city like Milwaukee or DC or, you know. Now are you from there or what's?
I grew up there, but I never performed there.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of family in the audience?
No.
Okay, good.
No,
Yeah.
all my family has moved here.
Okay.
So yeah, I have.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, well, I was born here. I was born in
Oh,
California.
okay.
Yeah. So.
So they just followed you? That's
Yeah.
weird and no boundaries.
Well, my
All
sister.
right, back up everyone. Brian's going to Cali.
Well, everyone was here.
Yeah.
Everyone lived here. My grandparents, everybody lived here, and then we just left everybody and moved to Maryland for all my growing up. So I had no support system and no love. And
And that's why you're a stand-up comedian.
And a stripper.
yeah. No,
One
I'm
bad
the
year
I'm the
away.
bartender at the strip club, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, "When are you getting up there, big boy?"
You're the bouncer in the suit. Evening, fellas. Can I help you out? D's ready? Yeah, great. D's ready.
You've been to way too many schools.
Never by my choice.
Can we get in for free?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, dude, I tried that one time.
Yeah.
It was a bachelor party. I was like, what? I was like 3 years into my sales career. I was like, dude, there's like 20 of us.
Right.
You gotta let us in. He's like, no. I was
Right.
like, all right, we're leaving then. He's like, all right, cool, see ya. They're all looking at me like, what the fuck, Gar? Like, we want to go see you. I'm like, whatever.
Did you
We-
leave?
Yeah, we left, and then we were like, oh, it's the literally only strip club in 100 miles. And then here we come pulling back, and the guy's just like, hey, dickheads, come on in.
They,
20 bucks a cut.
they really don't give a fuck.
No, dude.
I'm so glad I'm a girl. I've never paid to get into a strip club.
It's probably because they thought you were going to work.
What?
Hey,
Bad
hey.
word from being a stripper?
Oh, for
free
sure.
glitter. What?
For sure. Yeah, you get free glitter.
Why would I
You
want
like
free?
glitter?
Because
I don't like glitter.
You would also have to shower.
Yeah, a lot. You
A
have to
lot.
shower a lot. You're not a big shower fan.
A lot? What's a lot?
Meaning every time you went to work,
Every
you'd have
day.
to take a shower.
Yeah.
You would definitely have
Like
to
it's
take
a
a shower.
hard debate if I shower before I come in here.
Are you a daily shower guy?
yeah,
Yeah, I got to.
yeah, I got to shower every day.
What?
We talked about this last week. Weird.
I lived in Europe though. I
But-
didn't shower every day when I lived in Europe.
People in Europe don't shower.
Well, also I was living in Spain and we had like 30 seconds of hot water. So in the winter,
I stayed in Spain too.
Yeah.
I know all about that.
in the winter it was cold. You don't really sweat for a couple days in a row. Like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get in that cold and shower.
Yeah.
I'm just ride this one out another day.
Yeah.
But now,
Baby wipes. Lots of baby wipes.
I had to take a cold
No,
shower.
I didn't do that either.
No.
Well, I have a vagina, so like you know.
Oh, okay.
and that's the maintenance for it.
The thing you put in your ass.
So you use baby wipes in your vagina?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not weird.
Are you
Scent-
sure it's not-
scented?
Are you sure it's not makeup remover?
What?
Yeah.
You think I put makeup on my vagina?
The fucking. I lost you. I
How-
hate it. I
The
hate it
cloth
when,
you use to
I hate it when I
wipe
lose
your
her on a
makeup off.
fucking joke, dude. I hate it, dude. What?
It's not. It wasn't funny. So you
It's
didn't
a
lose
makeup.
me.
You know the makeup towels you
Yeah.
use to wipe your face.
It's
Why-
another thin piece of cloth
Yeah,
that
why-
has
Don't
a
ever
little bit of
fucking-
liquid on
Don't
it.
ever join an improv team.
Oh, I was really bad at improv.
Yes.
I could see you being
Historically bad.
I was the one that like the whole group would get. You know, the one person in the class that would like step up, and then the other person would be. Because they knew that they had to carry that scene. So that's. Oh yeah, so bad
It
at
was
it.
like me in grammar school getting picked for basketball. Oh, you want me to sit on the bench? Okay, cool. I'll sit on the bench. No problem. I'll be here if you guys need me.
Grammar school. One bad year away from being a stripper. It's gonna bother me.
I said it, not him.
Well, do you-
I know, but I'm.
You looked at me like if I vouch for Ken's opinion, and I do. Yes.
Yeah. I have the Brian
Wait, you
McDaniel
think-
stamp of approval on
You
that
think I'm
comment.
one bad year away? Define a bad year?
I don't know. Car breaks down. Fucking.
what?
your bright blue Kia breaks down.
Wait, so one sort of bad single event away from being a stripper?
Hey, your fucking bar catches fire.
Yeah, it's already got a road problem.
Wow.
I don't say the name of it, so it's fine. But yeah, we had to shut down for a weekend.
Okay.
They serve food?
No, there's roach. There's a bunch of roaches.
I know, but do they serve food?
No, they
Yeah.
just serve.
Oof.
Ugh, dude.
Every bar and restaurant in LA, you are no further than 5 feet from a rat or a roach.
Yeah, it's
Everyone
all
calm down.
disgusting.
It's a fucking city, New Yorker.
Except Chipotle.
I thought you were going to tell me to do my Chewbacca impression.
No. So screen time. Should we do it?
What if you were the Chewbacca stripper?
Oh my god.
That would
It all bro, it all comes out Yoda, so it doesn't make a difference.
Are you gonna? Are we doing the screen time?
Naked I am.
Yeah.
I bought a pop socket. It's a real game changer.
She paid $9 for that.
You know, they're very expensive.
Yeah.
I can't do it. It's just too feminine. But I think it would actually probably
Oh, it's so great.
it would make my life better.
And by the way, I got.
I feel like it would.
You get. Oh, by the way, you turned off your clock. So you guys are listening to That's Fucked
I
Up.
forgot.
I'm sorry. We're changing the name of the show. You're listening to the Kim and Ken Show on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy Radio. We're visiting with comedian Brian McDaniel. He's got a new album out called No Filler. You guys can pick it up on iTunes. Make sure you download it today. It was taped at the DC Improv. And, oh, I wanted to mention real quick while I have your attention, I will be at the Asheville Comedy Festival in Asheville, North Carolina on August 7th through the 10th. I'll be performing at the Diane Fordham Theater, so you guys can get tickets if you're in the Asheville area. Also, I will be at Zanies in Chicago on August 12th, headlining one night only. And I say that because that's all they could afford to have me.
Get
It's
it.
one night only, August 12th at Zanies, and then, yeah, so guys, come check it out. And then I'll be back at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, September 23rd to the 29th. So if you guys want to get tickets, hit me up. At Ken Gar Was Taken is my Instagram, and I can get you a couple of tickets if you're going to be in Vegas the 23rd to the 29th, or if you're going to be in Chicago, I'll definitely get you tickets as well. Kim, you've got a show every Sunday at Flappers in Burbank and the Yoo-Hoo Room, and you do that with former guest Tommy Rico. It's Sunday nights at 9 o'clock. Tickets are what, $5, $10? What do you got?
If you DM me, I'll give you a $5 discount.
Yeah, slide into those DMs. And Brian, you give tons of shows all the time, dude.
Yeah.
You're one of the hardest working comedians here in LA.
I'm doing a show tomorrow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
doing
show
my
is
show
that?
tomorrow at the Dudes in Santa Monica.
Oh,
Dudes Brewing
such a
Company.
fun show, dude.
Yeah, it's been very fun.
Yeah.
It's been very
Yeah.
fun.
Every time I go there, there's just a bigger and bigger crowd, and they love it, and it's a fun audience.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
In terms of something to plug, I'm headlining the comedy spot in Scottsdale, August 23rd, 24th.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and I will. My first time, I'll be at the what's it called?
Stir
Crazy. Stir Crazy this
Oh,
weekend.
nice.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'll be at Stir Crazy. I'll be opening for Michael Malone. So he filled in for me last week.
Oh,
And
wow.
so, yeah, it just worked out. I happened to have the weekend off, and he's just like, "Come over." I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll come over for you.
That's
So,
great.
Yeah, it's always great to go on the road with your friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, probably like a month ago. We were talking about like how people always kind of hit you up, like, "Hey, can I open for you?" It's like, dude, I'm with my friends. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm not saying that you're not talented. I'm not saying that you're not a great comic, but like, we're traveling and we have meals together and we hang out, we go to the movies. Like, you literally bring your friends on the road with you,
Right.
which makes it a great experience. So,
Well, it's interesting. I think you're touching upon something there that a lot of comics just doesn't even enter their frame of references. Like, you have to basically be able to live with you.
yeah.
Think about someone else and their reality of, I'm going to have to live with this person. They're gonna
Right.
be in my car for 8 hours on Friday.
Yeah.
And 8 hours on Monday or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. And what is that going to be like?
Yeah.
Nobody thinks of that. They just think, oh, I had a great set. They want me to come open for them.
Yeah.
You know. No.
I just,
Actually, no.
I produced a couple shows at the Hollywood Improv, and I had the bartender walk up to me and was just like, "Hey man," it's like, "This ain't a big deal, but like, one of the comedians you had on your show was saying that their whiskey was watered down," and he's like, "I don't know, I poured it straight whiskey," and I was like, you know, so I go to talk to that comedian, and it turned out that this comedian puts water in their whiskey and was telling the bartender, "Oh, I watered down the whiskey, you know what I mean, so that it's not so strong."
Right.
What he heard was, "You watered down your whiskey."
Right.
And so then I like, "Well, can you please go talk to that bartender?" But like, that's one example where you're just like, when you bring somebody on the road, like, they're representing you,
Yep.
your brand, your like everything. And so, you know, it's like, just act accordingly, like,
Right.
behave,
Right.
you know?
Which is pretty difficult for a lot of the people we're around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is. I find it hard to find professionals
Yeah.
in this thing that's so easy to be a professional at. You know what I mean?
I went on the road earlier this year and opened for a guy that I dated, and then he broke up with me for another girl, and everything was already signed and tickets and everything. So we just were together for like 4 days, and it was a nightmare. It was we essentially lived together for 4 days. While he answered the phone when the girl called, he's like, "Hey baby, what's up? I miss you too." And I'm like,
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
this is a nightmare. But now, like, as a now late, like, I was talking to a girlfriend, and she goes, "You're a comedian. You're gonna find this funny eventually."
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I went back to the hotel and I'm calling her and I'm like, "This is a nightmare." He's on, and yeah, you have to
Right.
don't date people you're gonna.
Right. He's like, can you take a dick pic? 'Cause
Yeah.
I need to send it. I'm out of town.
Oh.
Shit. Can you help me out? It looks better if someone else takes it.
He's like, "Oh man, I can't believe we've been together since May." You're like, "Wait, what the fuck?" We were
You
together-
son of a
We were
bitch!
dating until June. Holy shit.
Oh my god, we just sat in silence most of the time. We just like drove in silence, and every
I-
now and then we'd get in a little bit of a fight, and then it was just like we got in a huge fight in the middle of Minnesota about Roseanne Barr, like just a huge screaming match, and I was like, I don't even want to talk anymore, and then we drove in silence for like an hour and a half.
Isn't it crazy the little things? You want to know the craziest things I've gotten into a fight over?
Yes.
With my father-in-law. And we ended up in a physical fight.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
You got in a physical fight with your father-in-law?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's awesome.
Did you whoop his ass?
No.
Beat that
No.
old man's ass.
We got separated, but yeah, it was like it was one of those like grabbing each other's shirts, throwing them against the wall
About what?
about whether Mark Rippon was treated in a very racist fashion because he's a Native American.
I don't even.
Mark
He's
Rippon.
a wide receiver for the Redskins?
Quarterback
Excuse
for
me.
the
Oh.
Redskins.
And he is Native American?
He is Native American. So
I
you
had no
didn't even
idea.
know that, right?
Oh.
Yeah, because the media treated him so horribly and such a horribly racist. I'm not saying there's that horrible racist things
I
going on in the
mean,
media all the time.
technically, his name should have been Mark Rip Wind.
So,
It wasn't funny. You know what, man? You can't hit them all out of the park.
Ah, there goes our
right?
guest. Our guest just walked out the door.
but yeah, he was.
So which side were you on?
I was. So I
You were-
grew up in the D.C. area.
Yeah.
And I remember all of him winning the Super Bowl. He took over for Doug Williams. Doug Williams won the Super Bowl, and then Mark Rippon, I think, won 2 Super Bowls.
Doug Williams beat the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
In the Super Bowl.
Beat the shit out of the
I know.
Broncos. Yeah.
I know. I met him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that story after the win. I know.
All right. So
Did you see
anyway,
Madison?
so then Mark Rippon takes over, and he was, very successful quarterback. He could throw the deep ball. He wasn't a great quarterback, but he threw the bomb tremendously well. And I was growing up during this, and there was no mention. Like, I don't remember any controversy at all whatsoever about him being Native American. I knew he was Native American.
I had no idea.
I mean, he was an alcoholic, so kind of.
Wow.
Red face.
Wow. Red skin, if you will.
Is that? Oh, you
Oh.
took it even further.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I went there.
I was just making fun of
Because
alcoholics.
the funny don't stop.
Anyway. But
They're
yeah,
not listening to us.
my father.
Alex Thomas doesn't give a fuck.
No, it's all about getting Darren to go back to him and be
Oh,
like,
I knew you said
oh
some
man,
shit.
they just talk
Oh,
some
yeah.
shit."
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, yeah, no. So yeah, I was on the side that no, the media was not particularly racist to Mark Rippon in any noticeable or serious fashion. My father-in-law was very upset at me about it. My father-in-law is Mexican,
Yeah.
and doesn't get riled up about.
So a Raiders
political
fan
issues.
then?
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
No, he's
Oh.
he's first generation, so Cowboys.
Oh, Cowboy. Got it. Yeah.
So wait, what was he mad about?
That's where they cross. I
He
got
was
it.
he was mad that I said that the
Mark
world-
Rippon was treated fairly.
Yeah.
And so he
Oh.
felt that he wasn't treated fairly.
Yes.
Because maybe they didn't acknowledge his Native Americanness, or was it?
I don't know. It was very dumb. That's the whole
Yeah,
point
yeah,
of this. Is
yeah.
that
He
he
wants
was
to beat that
Yeah.
white privilege out you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then you guys get so
Which fair,
heated.
fair. Okay. If you had just said that, I would have been like, all right,
I'll
Would
take
you-
this
go
beat.
ahead.
You probably should have been like, all right, senor.
Yeah.
Whoa, shit.
Wait, so it got so heated that you guys almost fist fought?
Yeah.
What, like, were you drinking?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
I don't
Why
know.
would you? No.
What was the
Nobody
alcohol
fights.
choice?
Nobody fights sober.
We were drinking beer and
Not
also tequila. Yeah.
Oh, you know that's,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fire water for
Well, I mean, he drinks tequila like it's water, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So he's an alcoholic.
But I-
Okay,
yeah.
I heard it here first.
Yeah. I
So
al-
he's a Native American.
Oh wow. Wow.
That's why he was sensitive about it. No, I don't know. I mean, he was. So in retrospect, I honestly think that he picked a fight with me because earlier in that evening when we had gone out to the liquor store to get alcohol, he was asking me about my relationship with my wife, and I don't think he was satisfied with
With
my
your
answer.
Were you guys married at the time?
So do you love her?
Yeah.
Were you
Why
married?
am I
Yeah.
thinking of Three Amigos right now? You want a woman, you dig a woman. What the fuck?
Jesus.
And so I think, it was his way of honestly, I think he wanted to bond us against him.
Yeah.
Because we were married. He didn't want us to break up.
Did he feel like you guys were on the rocks or something?
I
or
think
like,
so,
Okay.
yeah.
Were
okay,
you on
yeah.
the rocks?
No. I mean, we were 2 years into being married, which is, the
Yeah.
very beginning of being married to me is the weirdest part.
It is. Yeah.
Because you're just
Why is that?
I did not make it.
You made it 2 years, right?
2 years and 11 months, yeah.
Wow, damn.
It's a profound adjustment.
Yeah.
I'll just put it that way.
Really? Even though
Yes.
you're most of the time you're
Yeah,
already
we-
living
yeah,
together,
already-
you've been together
we
a
had
long
bought,
time.
we had bought a house.
It doesn't matter.
Before you got married.
It doesn't
It's
matter.
a psychological
It doesn't matter.
thing, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm never getting married.
Because
Yeah.
something flips in these women's brains.
Yeah,
Something in
it's
their
the
hoo-has.
bras.
They
The
become
broads
the
get it
wife.
out. You gotta come home now. You can't get glitter on your face.
Yeah.
The worst. It's the worst. Were you doing stand up when you guys met?
I was not.
Okay.
Oh.
Has that been an adjustment?
Yes
Yeah.
and no. I mean, I was.
That was a big thing of my marriage. It was like I was doing stand up, but not all the time. And then all of a sudden I was just like, oh man, I'm kind of good at this. I want to do it more. And she's like, you're gonna watch a movie,
Right.
You know, so
That's not a problem. I've
Okay.
always been. We've both always been very aggressive with our careers and our passions and stuff.
and independent.
Yeah, and independent.
That's huge.
And she's always had a job that she spent a lot of time and energy on. So it was
Yeah.
not like I needed to fill a lot of void for her in that regard. So.
Right.
I think that's important.
I think one of the most important things in a relationship is that you both have your own lives.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you guys can complement each other. And I think especially when you first start dating or when you're younger, you know, that partner or person becomes the focus of your entire life versus like, oh yeah, cool, like that's my girlfriend, that's my boyfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just becomes that you
Most-
become too entrenched in each other's life.
Most boyfriends I've had when I've
Moist?
done
Moist boyfriends?
Moist boyfriend?
I hate everyone.
How do they get moist? Did they use makeup remover on the chicks?
What is that even? I don't even know what that is. No yes handing here.
Once an episode, I get mad and then I just don't talk the rest of the episode. And this is
that what's happening?
Yeah.
What? I bet your boyfriends wish that would happen sometimes. Hey.
Hi, yo. Damn.
Yeah! She did it! We're visiting with Brian McDaniel. Formerly of TMZ.
Yep.
You spent
The television show,
the
Darren.
television show, Darren.
All right, relax.
He's like, oh, the TV show? No, motherfucker, the website.
Yeah, what are you talking
He drove the bus. Alright. Have you ever taken the TMZ bus tour?
I haven't. I popped. They had me come as like a treat
Yes.
for guests of the tour.
Did they get excited or
you're-
did they not even know?
Oh
who
no,
you
they got excited.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're the guy.
I would, yeah. A couple times they had me pop on the tour
Yeah.
as like a little bonus for like special groups that had chartered it or whatever.
Now, are you guys
What did
paying?
you do?
Are you?
Did you do a little dance?
No.
Why can't I ask questions without you going?
Mostly you just take pictures with people. Oh my god, you're here.
They were like, so Brian Daniels here.
No, they never know your name. Never know your name. That was the genius, and continues to be a genius thing that Harvey did. Is no one gets their own name. You
It's
are
crazy.
all
It's all
part of
Harvey.
the brand.
You'd
you
have
know?
so many followers right now if they just put your
Yep.
Instagram up or whatever.
Yep.
That's so frustrating.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, they don't
people
put your
take pictures.
Instagram up?
No.
Oh, wow.
No.
Do you get recognized a bunch on the street?
Not anymore.
Currently?
Not
Okay.
anymore. Yeah.
Oh, well, do you have a good autograph?
Here we go. So fucking. Here comes. We want to thank our sponsors. Random questions from Kim.
I have a great autograph. I don't know what makes a good autograph or not.
I've been practicing my autograph lately.
Dude.
I think that's the hardest I've ever heard a guest laugh. Why are you laughing so hard?
I'm trying to think of who you're going to be signing it for.
Yeah.
I have a bikini picture that people are offering to promote $2
How much?
for.
$2.
$2.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's more than you'd get for your bikini
You think you're going to get $100
You
bucks?
don't know.
Eventually.
What-
Eventually.
What you should do is practice an autograph where like you can barely write, you know, like you can barely spell it out, so you know, for the pedophiles.
Why?
What?
Because that market, that's a big market
That's
right
worse
there.
than my makeup remover joke.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
'cause
no,
children's
there he gets it.
writing. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, like a child.
You look like a child in that photo.
Yeah. Yes.
Also, can I
Yeah.
let you know that I
You
understood
look like a-
the
like a
makeup remover
15-year-old,
joke? It was
yeah.
just dumb.
You look like a
So-
15-year-old in that
Yeah, thank you.
picture.
Yeah.
That's two guys talked to me the other night at a bar, and they told me I looked like I was 27, and then I made them say I looked like I was 23.
You sent this to him already.
No, he wasn't in the room when this
I thought
happened.
you did.
Yeah.
So she's gonna tell everyone twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate
I had a question about those TMZ tours.
Okay,
Well,
please.
so you have a good autograph.
I have a great autograph. Yeah.
I'd like to see it, but we can do it later. Come on.
Okay.
And your mother's
This is
maiden name.
a visual medium here on the radio.
Yeah.
We're
Everyone
being
check out my
taped.
great autograph.
Yeah. Coming up next, a magician. You'll just have to figure it out. Oh my god. Frasier had a fucking magician on his show one time, Frasier Smith.
Oh my
It's
god.
just like, this is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Because it's just Frasier going, wow, that's great. That's outstanding. Like, no one can see it.
How would you believe that?
Oh, wow. So, it was the Nine of Hearts. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to be murdered. Frasier was a radio show?
Frasier Smith.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
a
he's
comic.
he's been on radio for
Oh.
30 years. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So on the TMZ, I had to go on the TMZ tour because somebody bought me a ticket.
Oh, okay.
So I had some
So you've
friends-
actually been on it more than I have.
Yes, I had some friends that were coming into town and like, we're gonna take one of these tours. And I was just like, have fun, I'll meet you guys afterwards. Like, no, we got you a ticket, it's the TMZ tour.
Right.
Now I can't stand the narrator's voice.
Uh-huh.
It is like nailed.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Michael Jackson fucked a kid right here.
Right.
So I'm losing my. It's 104 degrees because it's August.
Right.
and
Oh.
it's an open seating bus. I'm sweating, and then all of a
Oh, so
sudden,
this is early days of the TMZ tour.
I think so,
Because they
yeah.
switched over to enclosed buses.
Oh no, this one was open.
Yeah.
What is that?
And we ran into Ben Stein from Win Ben Stein's Money.
Oh, okay.
And
And
it was-
everyone just lost their shit.
Everyone lost their shit, but it was such a random sighting that I'm like, I think they just paid Ben Stein to stand there. Like it was so random.
We'll give you $50.
They're like, oh guys, look to your right.
Who's
Well, you know what? They might not have even had to pay Ben Stein because here's the thing. You know, celebrities are so desperate. Celebrities are desperate to get on TMZ, and so their publicist.
Really?
It is legitimately possible that he had some show or had something where he was like, I need to drum up as much publicity as possible, and they're like, yeah, well, we're not just going to film you on the street. You're Ben Stein, like no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
But we got this tour going, and you know, people saw you, then they'd be excited. Then I bet that clip might do okay.
Okay.
Is Ben Stein the
I'm probably not supposed to tell you all that.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, you're done with them already.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us more.
No, that's it.
Ah.
I've only watched part of TMZ. I've never been much for a celebrity gossip person.
Well, you're
Okay.
too
Who's
busy.
your favorite celebrity?
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Okay.
He said celebrity.
How
Oh,
dare
wow.
you? She's Buffy the.
Good for you.
She's a stay-at-home mom now.
She's Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
And always will be.
She's an
Yeah.
entrepreneur.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Yeah,
She
you're
just
damn
came out with
right.
a cookbook with what's his face.
Did she?
Food Stirs.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a couple of them. Any did she ever come on?
I'm sure we've gotten
People
we've.
don't
I
wanna
said
be
we.
on TMZ. Some of you had
He
guests
just
on
said
a
they.
couch.
He just said they do. They
They
want to
do.
be on
No,
it because
some people call them on themselves.
Yeah.
yeah, to get like
That's how Jennifer. What's her name?
Lopez.
Oh no, Kim Kardashian.
Aniston?
That's how she got famous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and
She
also
would go on dates with famous people and then call the publicist and be like, or the paparazzi and be like, I'm gonna be out with so and so.
Yeah.
they also enjoyed using her to throw shade at Paris Hilton because they
Right.
because
They needed a story. They
Yeah,
needed
yeah,
a
they needed a
conflict.
story, yeah.
Why did Paris fuck him over or something?
No, because Paris kind of brought Kim into the scene, really, and then as
Yeah.
Kim gained momentum, it was like this, ooh, is Kim getting bigger than Paris thing, and then it was
Yeah,
Kim
she is.
versus Paris. Well, now,
Paris is mine.
astronomically, yeah. But at the time, it was still fun to, you know, rub shit in Paris Hilton's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Paris is doing okay though.
Probably. You know, I wrote "That's hot" in something the other day, and I was like, are we allowed to record that? Because didn't they trademark
Oh,
or
trademark
copyright it?
That's hot.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
hot.
That's
Yeah.
hot. Yeah.
Oh God, I don't.
I watched that
understand it.
show, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't stop watching it. It was a fucking train wreck. I mean, it was like, what,
Simple
10
Life.
years ago? 15? Yeah, Simple
Yeah.
Life. It was like
Oh,
15
man.
years ago. It was a long time
Paris
ago.
Hilton and Nicole Richie.
I
Yeah.
could never get into the. I can't. I watched 20 minutes of the Kardashians, and I was like, why is this interesting?
Oh, I can't watch Kardashians.
And I felt the same way
Just
about the
save my-
Simple
I
Life
couldn't-
or whatever. It's called the Simple Life.
Yeah.
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 I watched that. It was her and Nicole Richie.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I just fell into it. I watched the Joe Millionaire too. That was the greatest.
Joe
thing.
Millionaire was a great
the
show.
fucking greatest.
That was
thing
a
I've
great
ever
show.
seen.
Wait,
Was that the
That
one
dude
where
got
He
that dude
wasn't
got a
a
fucking
millionaire?
blowjob on the air.
I think I met the
Dude.
guy who produced
Oh,
that show.
Really?
Yeah, he was telling me about where the women think they're gonna marry millionaires.
Yeah, and
he's
he's like
like
a
some
construction
fuck-
worker.
Yeah.
Dude, that
They
was the
should.
best.
The only problem is they should have recorded like 8 seasons of that show before they released it. Because
Oh,
they did
yeah.
one and then that's it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the cover was blown.
Yeah.
Dude,
But they
that-
could have done
That
something.
girl's like, oh, we should just go hang out by the pool, and then all of a sudden you just see the fucking, this is the bush, and then you just hear the
The
fucking.
slurping noise.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna fucking blow, and then like the next day in the newspaper, like Joe Millionaire gets blown on fucking Fox, and they're like, no, they're just making out. Like, no, we know
Right.
the distinct sounds of a fucking blowjob.
What did you just do with your face?
Made a blowjob sound.
That was horrifying.
Awesome.
It's
Just
horrifying.
remember, Crawl, you're one bad year away from the polls.
I thought I won sort of bad incident.
You're one bad accident away from being the worst stripper in the fucking Sunset Strip.
All right, so let's
What?
let's get your take. How far are you away from the pool? Because Ken says you're one bad year, and I vouched, but I want to get your opinion.
I don't think I'd ever strip. I'd be a prostitute before I strip.
Explain.
What? Why would you rather be a prostitute than a stripper?
I hate dancing.
Ah!
I'd rather blow a straight. Oh God! Don't mark it.
Oh yeah.
Are you marking
oh,
it?
Fuck yeah, you're marking that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I don't like dancing.
Oh,
Alright.
Dude, you hate dancing so much you would rather just fuck a random
How much?
gross dude.
How much would I get for fucking said dude?
You gotta set the prices.
Yeah.
What do I know?
Yeah.
Okay,
You're probably like,
don't insult me right
Oh,
now.
I cannot wait for Darren's
Yeah,
next words.
can't wait, Darren.
I cannot wait.
Be careful.
What would you pay
what would I?
for an hour with Kim Crow?
100?
Oh no!
You
wait,
pay
no.
$100.
You're out of your minds, dude.
What do you
You
think?
can't even talk to a. You can't. First of all, you can't even talk to a fucking hooker in Vegas for less than 500.
We're not talking about Vegas. We're talking about here.
For Kim Crawl.
Thank you.
500. 500 an hour, or maybe 1,000.
Do you get the signed picture? Do
Oh
you
my
get-
god. That was a lot of fun. Here you
500,
go.
$502.
500.
Bravo, too.
Free shipping. Oh my god.
I signed it. My autograph is nice.
I think it's.
So Kim's a over 200 girl?
I'm a thou-
I've never priced out hookers before, but I don't even think you can get any hooker for $100 nowadays, can you? That
Like the
isn't
sad
riddled in diseases?
Yeah, the sad one that'll give you a handy in the alley for $50.
I don't think you know what any of
Oh,
that
so you-
means
so-
that
I
said.
do.
So you did.
I gave one of those girls a ride to a comedy club once.
One
and
of
I-
those girls?
One of the $50
Wow,
$50 per hand job in an
Hashtag
alleyway.
me too. Really supporting one of those girls.
Yeah, isn't
I
she
don't-
like one of your sisters?
I
Yeah.
don't
What
think
would
it
you
does
charge?
say
Yeah,
something
you're
to-
supposed to lift her up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe empower her a
No,
little
she was
bit.
a cunt.
Okay.
She sent me a big long message the next day, like 4 pages long, letting me know that like how dare I ask her about her profession. Like you offered the information.
Oh, I know
gave
who
you
this
a
is,
yeah.
for sure.
I was like, I gave you a ride. I asked you what you do. You told me you were a prostitute. If you would have said you were a paralegal, I would have had questions. Maybe I shouldn't have fired him off so excitedly as I
So
did.
she was mad that she told you.
Yeah, so I asked her a bunch of questions, and then
But
she.
the questions had, based on your interviewing skills, had nothing to do with her being a hooker.
Yeah.
Do you like rainbows in August? I'm like, what?
I hate you.
I don't even know what that means.
And then she said, no wonder that boyfriend of yours dumped you.
Oh.
And then said maybe you should find. And she said I had crooked teeth and I should find a dentist. And I was like,
Is this a friend of yours?
no, some random comedian, air quotes.
She gave a
Yeah.
handy in a back alley.
Yeah, the girl who was like, I charge $50 for a handy in an alleyway,
Right.
judged me for my boyfriend.
I would
leaving
never
me.
pay $50 for a hand job. That's
No.
awful.
No.
I could do that to myself way
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, hand jobs are a nightmare to get.
Oh my god.
Your
Really?
hand, oh god, your arm
Dude, I
hurts.
don't even think I got a. I don't think
It's
I've
not
ever gotten
hot.
a good
You're just
hand job.
you're sitting there doing this. You're looking at each other, and you're like, we're adults.
Right.
We either should be
Well,
having
maybe
sex.
maybe you could put a little bit more oomph into it.
I'll
Maybe you
just-
can have a little bit more fun.
I'd rather blow
If
you.
that's the face. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I'd rather do that
Well,
than.
what would you charge?
Yeah, us too. We're yeah.
Yeah.
Agree.
What would you charge?
1,000.
1,000?
Yeah.
An hour?
Well, I mean.
Or for the whole night?
Oh no. The whole night's like a girlfriend experience. We probably have to fuck in the morning too.
Yeah.
Why don't
That's what
you be a hooker?
$1,000 is worth.
Why don't you be a hooker for $1,000?
I don't know. I cry enough in my shower.
So,
Did that get sad?
how
Oh.
far, how
Turning
far
out
away
Kim.
are you from that?
Yeah, like what would have to happen for you to get a $1,000 hooker?
Let's hypothetical this out.
What would have to happen for you to give us a $50 handy in the back alley, as you so put it?
I mean, if I
No, $1,000.
if I tried heroin and I got addicted to it,
Okay.
probably that. But I don't think I'll ever try heroin. I don't know.
Even though you work at a bar.
Mm-hmm.
So
How
maybe.
How much heroin do you think she's milling around the Korean
And it's in
nightclubs?
Koreatown, so there's tons of heroin to move to that place.
Yep.
It's a Korean nightclub. There's no way there's.
What are you
So much
talking
heroin.
about?
Those kids are doing heroin.
So
They're doing
much.
cocaine probably, but no
Cocaine?
Cocaine. Wait, is that what I say? I don't know.
As you wipe your upper lip. Cocaine.
It's sweat. It's not. It's sweat.
Why are my
It's
gums
not-
numb right now?
Is that why the guy I like keeps asking if I do cocaine? Because I
Probably, because you
keep-
wipe your fucking upper brow every 9 seconds.
And then I can't let him know that it's just. I can't be like, oh, it's my sweat stash. So like, yeah, cocaine is. I don't know. I would probably just kill myself before I did that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
There you
So-
go.
Let's keep her off the pole.
Good.
Yeah, let's
So,
keep her on.
well, I don't know. I just feel like
I
I
hate dancing. I'd rather have a fucking random gross cock in me than dance.
well, you'd wear a condom, and you can also like vet these guys.
That's like I thought about like becoming like getting a massage therapist, you know, because you know you make good money, and then I'm like, I don't want to touch gross fucking people.
But you
Right.
can vet these guys. Like,
Nah, well, yeah.
I'd have like
I guess
a,
you could.
I'd have like a madam, and it'd be probably
I'd
like.
be your pimp. Let me pimp your pimp. I'll pimp you out. Or Darren. Darren will be your pimp.
Yeah, I don't feel like you believe in her enough to be with her.
That's the point of being a pimp.
How far are you away from?
You know what I
being-
mean? I thought you were gonna bring me money tonight. I thought you were gonna bring me some real money tonight. I guess
Ken,
not.
I'm getting to
I
something.
guess not. What's that?
I'm getting to something.
There you go.
How far are you away from being a Snapchat premium girl?
Ooh.
What is that?
Do we have a call?
Ooh, do we have a call?
Oh yeah. Hey,
This
what,
is your first client.
hey, what's up? You're on with Kim and Ken.
And Brian and Darren.
Hello. Hello. What's up, man? You're on with Kim and Ken on Dash Radio. Oh, Zoe, yeah.
You're 2 hours late.
He's 2 hours late, bro. It's all good, man. Thanks for calling.
We're just pricing our.
We're just pricing out Kim. See how much she would charge. There you go. So fun.
Yeah. So how far are you from being?
You can tell it's a black guy show. They're 2 hours late.
All right, I'll give you
CP
that
time.
one.
All
I'll give you
right.
that one. How far are you away from being a
Oh,
Snapchat premium girl?
Premium
Yeah.
Snapchat girl.
I don't know why. I don't understand why every girl doesn't do that.
I would be.
I don't know.
Yesterday.
Oh my
It's
god.
basically you do it like a Snapchat, but like you
You're
pay
naked.
you pay $5 a month to see my like
It's a
naked
peep
Snapchat.
show.
Yeah, so it's like girls are getting like you get 10 dudes to
I
give
love
me
how Brian shakes his head
$100.
like, okay, I'm not familiar. I haven't heard about this. Yeah,
I have.
sure, bro.
I have not.
I got you.
He has 2 daughters.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a girl I know.
He's like a nice dude. He just asked if
There's
I
an
was okay
inst-
while you guys are asking me.
There's an Instagram model.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
I did.
God, you should have told us
Oh,
that.
man.
Now
No,
you're a
he's-
fucking enemy.
He's a good dude. Neither one of you should ever
Come
have
at me,
daughters.
come at me, scumbags. What you got?
Yeah.
What you got, bitches? Let's war.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
I'm
threw you under the
I'm
bus.
Team Kim now.
I thought that was really sweet, so I wanted to tell you.
When there's
Face
this
just gave me.
this Instagram model that I know, she switched over to Snapchat.
Yeah, she made 90 grand in a
90
month.
grand in a month.
Wow.
$90,000 in 1 month she made.
Wow.
I don't
Just
think I'm
showing
hot.
off her titties.
I don't think I'm hot enough to do that.
And Ken snapped
You don't
her.
have to be.
Ken snapped her and was like, "I got 20 guys here. Can I get this for free?"
The whole thing. Yeah, the whole thing is.
It's like a UFC fight.
The girl next
We're all
door
here.
get to
Do you show your face?
Yeah, and they know it's you.
Yeah, I don't know how bad I
You
want
could sell feet pics.
Oh yeah, the guy offered that the other day.
Yeah.
He messaged me on Instagram and was like, "Hey,
How much?
That's what he was like. How much would you charge?" And then I googled it, and then there's a whole lot of answers out there for that.
It's a big market for the
You
feet.
should probably get like $100.
That's what I told him. I would send him 1 for 25 and 3 for 100. Wait, I don't know. I price it out to where it was like a good deal. If he
3
sent me
feet. You're photoshopping a foot.
with different and then he goes.
And I got 6 toes, motherfucker.
But then he started asking like way too many questions, and I was like, never mind, I haven't. Because he was like, all right, well, what's off limits? And I was like, I'm just gonna send you pictures of my feet. That's
Oh,
it.
he wanted to give you a cum tribute.
Yeah, and then he goes,
Oh, what?
A cum tribute.
I don't know. What is that?
Darren really knows the ins and
Yeah.
outs.
Wait,
of
yeah,
this
I
stuff.
don't know what
Oh
that is.
shit, bro.
It's when you
It's
send back.
when you send someone a picture
Uh-huh.
and then they come on it and send it back to you.
With the cum on it or a
Yeah.
picture of the cum on it?
Why would I want that?
You don't.
Yeah.
But they
But
want
it's
to send
like
it
a
to you.
turn on for him
Yeah,
knowing
yeah.
that I see a pic.
That's the terms and conditions. No cum tributes.
No. Well, then he goes.
Brian just sends a picture of his clean living room.
Well, then he
like
asked
that
me-
girl, I cleaned the living room.
He asked.
I know you're coming right
Yeah.
now. I know it.
Send me
Wait,
a
wait,
cum
wait,
tribute.
wait.
What? The dishwasher's empty.
Oh, yeah. Daddy.
I think loading the dishwasher correctly would
Oh,
be
I
more
love
of a.
I love dropping loads in the dishwasher.
Did everyone just picture him jerking off over his
That
dishwasher?
was the point.
Yeah, but I didn't want
It's too much of a stretch. Ken can't afford a dishwasher.
It's true. This is true. He's not wrong.
Then he
It's the
asked.
funny don't stop.
Then he asked. Then he asked if he could. He's like, "Would you do a video for me?" And then I just stopped responding. I was like, "Send me money. I'll send you a picture of my feed." But
Where'd he
that-
come from? Just a
Just a
Instagram
random,
follower?
just
Did he
an
give you the
Instagram
money?
follower. No, he never responded.
So you didn't-
Or-
okay.
Oh, I didn't
So you're
respond
not
when he asked for
you're not
a foot video. I was like, "What do you want my feet to be doing?" No, and I was like, "This is way too much effort."
You got web toes?
No, but I dated a guy with one,
Ooh.
some web toes.
Oof.
Man,
No.
it was not a joking matter.
Is that a specialty market in the foot game,
Yeah,
Darren?
man.
I don't think so.
Darren?
It's like a black girl
Hey,
with green eyes.
I heard about this stuff.
I heard. I've paid for this stuff.
I've only paid for one
I
premium
One what?
Snapchat.
Uh-huh.
Who?
I paid for one.
What was it?
Like all the
Uh,
time, or just one picture?
I paid for 1 month.
Okay. How much was it?
Does Amber Rose do that?
It was like $15 or something.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
$15.
Amber Rose, yeah, she dated Kanye
Yeah,
before.
yeah,
No, she's too famous to do
Yeah. But she really loves money. That's why I thought maybe.
that.
What's
And
just
plus, she's hot, and I'm kind of into her, so that's.
Really?
So you would pay the $50
Really?
For Amber
You're
Rose?
into Amber
She's
Rose?
been here, and she literally has the biggest, nicest ass I've ever seen in my
It's-
life.
dude,
it's amazing.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Fucking amazing.
She's real hot.
yeah, she's
Okay.
pretty
Yeah.
hot.
We're learning some things about
Yeah.
Brian McDaniel.
my
No filler in that ass.
my
So he doesn't like white women.
my ex
They made him a Latino.
my ex dated this girl who I went on her Twitter, and her Twitter was like, if you send me Venmo me $10, and she had a video of her boobs covered, and was like, if you send me $10, if I get 100 of you to send me $10, I'll show you my boobs.
She was a whore.
Oh my Jesus. But like
That
I
works.
saw that, and I just like, I don't think I could do the premium Snapchat just because I was like, it's so sad. That was just like, it was like.
It's sad in a way, but the money's.
But then
fucking
yeah, the money's. I don't think it's for me.
$10,000.
Just to show your
My
boobs on
girlfriend
Twitter.
got offered $1,500 for a 10-minute porn thing. I was like, guess you make it $1,500 this week for it.
Yeah, you say yes to
That's
that
low,
though. It
no?
comes back to haunt you.
Oh, we would never do it.
Yeah,
10
I-
minutes is a long time.
I know a lot of people have said yes to stuff like that, and it's just pretty much ruined their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's.
You look like you have a
You
lot of
said
questions.
people as in more than one person?
I know 2 people who have who said
Taken
yes,
done porn?
done porn, and one of them could not act anymore because like it was just up on everything. This was a couple years ago, and then another
And
one.
one of them gave a ride to. She
No, that
wrote
girl.
it the next day.
No, that. Oh, I guess
She
3
gave you
people.
a
did.
terrible review.
Yeah.
It was like
Man.
1 star.
She hated me. Yeah. And then another one. She was a stripper in Colorado and then moved out here. I never told you about TeenHitchhiker.com.
Yes.
Yeah.
You did. Oh, it's fine. Tell me.
He already knew about it, but you told him about it also.
So she
Oh, check out my favorites.
she was a stripper.
No, go ahead.
So
She
being a stripper ruined her career?
no, she was a stripper in Colorado, and then she moved out here. And she like her parents paid for everything. She lived in this like beautiful condo in Costa Mesa. Didn't have a job, and one of the guys I lived with in college found her on a porn site. Like he watches a lot of porn, and he randomly found her. And so they told me,
Randomly.
yeah, they told me, and I was like, ugh. So I was hanging out with her one night, and she's doing rails of blow. I mean, like more blow than Jimmy the Dragon ever did, like just a lot. And I was just like, Jesus. She's like, I'm gonna go to my coke dealer or whatever. Comes back. I'm on the phone with one of our mutual friends who told me about Teen Hitchhiker. And she goes, did he say anything about anything else? Do you think people from home? And I didn't say I knew.
Right.
And she's like, have you heard about anything about me? And I was like, TeenHitchhiker.com? I didn't know what else to say. And she goes,
You told a coked out chick that you saw her porno.
and she was, and she
How'd
goes,
that party go?
and she
In
goes,
the saddest way you possibly could.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh, she's gone now. I tried to look
She
her up.
died?
I don't know. I can't find her on anything. So she said that she was stripping out here.
Can you LifeLock that away?
What does that mean? What's LifeLock?
You know, LifeLock was the guy who was like, so, yeah, I can even tell you my social security number on the air because no one will ever
Dude,
tell my stuff.
I can't even get a clip off of Comedy Time. Take it down. It's 4 years old.
I don't know what any of
Like get rid of it.
Oh no! So her
From
dad's like this big time some rich guy in Colorado,
Right.
And once somebody called her dad and was like, "Your daughter's out in L.A. doing
Oh,
porn,
God.
lots of coke." So
Oh,
the dad
God.
flies out here, goes
Uh-huh.
to the porn place, and is like, "I'm a lawyer, I think," because he's like, "I'm gonna fucking sue you. You need to take this down immediately."
Right.
And the porn guy was like, "Your daughter is over 18. She signed all the shit. Like we're keeping
Yeah.
it up, and there's literally nothing you can do." So he hauled her back to Colorado, and I haven't heard from her since.
Did.
But she said how she got into it, because of course now I'm asking her questions.
The same way every girl gets into it.
No, she said she was stripping, and then Charlie Sheen and his sex stuff was pretty big at the time.
Right.
And they were like, Charlie Sheen wants to hire a couple strippers, just
Oh,
show
man.
up with a suitcase full of stuff, and lots of dreams will come true. And she showed up, and it was TeenHitchhiker.com, and she was, a fucked up girl, and was just like, well, I was already there, so, and I was like, what?
You
You
were
were already there?
That's
Yeah,
her excuse?
she literally said, but this was
She's
while
like, I was already
me.
there, and I really hate
And
dancing.
I needed the
I fucking, they're like, either dance or fuck this dude. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll fuck him.
Did she fuck Charlie Sheen?
No, I don't even think Charlie Sheen was really in the pit. I think it was just to get her there, and she was like,
It was Martin
yeah.
Sheen.
And she was just a sad girl, and she was just like,
She was a sad girl.
yeah, she was just a sad girl, and she, because if I was like,
So
no.
whoever's jerking off the teenhitchhiker.com, shame on you.
Oh, so bad too. She was like walking down the street with a big red lollipop, and
Oh
she's
my
this tiny,
God.
she's this tiny blonde who looks like she's 9
That's not something
anyway.
you accidentally fall into.
Yeah, that's.
Like, they had to block that scene.
Yeah, they gave her an outfit.
Yeah, they,
Oh, no,
they had
she's-
props.
No, I'm saying
What's
she.
my motivation?
She
Yeah.
got there, and they were like, actually, this is what it is, and you can stay or you can go, we're going to pay you. And then she was like, so what was I supposed to do? I'm like, I would have probably
Say
left.
no.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she was like, well, now here we are.
I would have been like hitching for a ride.
Yeah.
Because apparently a car was coming
You would have been
anyways,
teen
so-
actual hitchhiker.
Teen not in a porn hitchhiker.com.
Are we going to look at our screen times?
We are, yeah, in 1 second, we are we're visiting with Brian McDaniel. Brian has a new comedy album out called No Filler. You guys can pick that up on iTunes. You can also visit Brian, is it brianmcdaniel.com?
Brian F. McDaniel.
brianfmcdaniel.com for all of his tour dates. Once again, I will be at Stir Crazy in Glendale, Arizona this weekend, opening for Michael Malone, who was the guest host last week, and I will also be at the Asheville Comedy Festival August 7th through the 10th.
Which
in
is a
Asheville,
really
North
good
Carolina.
comedy festival.
Yeah,
it's
yeah, I've done it a
very,
couple
very
times.
prestigious, high-profile one.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to going back there. I have a friend of mine who lives there with his wife and his kids, and so I get to hang out and visit with them. And it's kind of funny because he is the guy that got me into comedy in a way. We were at a bar one night, as usual, and he said he was going to join the Navy. And it was weird because like right after it was like he was like yeah, I want to join the Navy. He's like 26. I'm like, nobody joins the Navy at 26.
Right.
When do they join the Navy?
And like, you
19.
18, 19,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
when they get out of high school. And I go, dude, no. He's like, well, you know, I want to join. Like my uncle was in it. He was at Pearl Harbor. Blah blah blah. I'm like, that's not a good reason. You know.
Right.
I said, I'll tell you what. I said, you join the Navy, and I've been talking about doing stand up forever. I'll do stand up before you go to basic training, and you join the Navy the next day. And was in the Navy for like 5 or 6 years, and
Oh, good for him.
the next month or whatever, he was going off to boot camp, and I did stand up for the first time, and
Nice.
crushed it. I had an hour immediately.
Why are you like this?
I did have a good set. I had like I can't watch it now. I still have it on VHS tape. That's all I'm doing stand up.
Nice.
Yeah, but I can't get through like a minute of it. It's awful. I'll bring it on here one time. We'll get it set.
I think it's nice that he went to the Navy, even though you told him he wasn't going to be. He wasn't able to. It's like a real Cinderella story.
Well, this was right after 9/11?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah. It's a great
He's
story.
been in the Navy the whole time?
Nope.
6 years, I was listening.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
aren't you,
there
once
you
you're in
go.
the Navy, you're always in the Navy, right?
No.
No.
Isn't it like a gang?
That's a Marine.
Yeah, Marine.
Oh, Marine.
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Isn't
Right.
it kill in,
But even
kill
that,
out?
but even that's just a saying. You
Yeah,
can
really
get out.
are, get out. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't Marines anymore, but
Yeah.
they're still Marines.
But they have to kill to get out.
Nope. That's
Like
a
a
gang.
gang.
That's a gang.
You have to
That's
kill
the
to get
Bloods.
in, and then kill to get out.
Yeah. I could see you joining a gang.
It's not kill to get out, you get jumped out.
You get jumped out.
Sorry, Darren.
That's why Darren wears a hood all the time. He's trying to hide his scars.
I was friends with a guy who was the head of the Crips, I think.
You don't
You were
know.
friends with the
Yeah.
head of the Crips.
The head
So
of the
Snoop
Crips or the
Dogg,
head of
you
the
were-
Bloods, one of those.
You
No.
were friends with Snoop Dogg.
This seems
Okay.
like a stretch, but let's
No,
hear
go
it.
ahead. No, let's
let's
hear
hear
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's
In
from
what city?
LA. His name's Ebbs. My buddy hired him
You're
as
not
a,
supposed to say.
Yeah, man.
We're friends on Facebook.
He's on Facebook.
No, so
He's got my back.
so my-
he likes all my stuff.
So my buddy was this crazy dude who kept getting into all this trouble, and he was getting extorted for something. This like wild dude that used to come to Big Wangs, and then all of a sudden he starts being followed around by this kind of sketchy looking black guy. And he's like, "This is Ebbs," and then Ebbs and I became kind of buddies. And then one night Nick was drunk, and he was like, "Ebbs is the leader of one of those gangs. I can't remember."
Mhm.
And I was like, "Shut the fuck up!" And he's like, "No, he really is." And then Ebbs and I are outside having a cigarette, and I was like, "I heard something about you, and I don't think it's true." And he goes, "All I can tell you, if you're ever in MacArthur Park, just say my name, and no one will touch you." I was like, "Oh my
Why would I be in MacArthur Park?
Yeah.
It's gross.
That's what you took from the whole. Believe me or don't
I already
believe
bought
me.
my knockoff. I don't need to go back there.
And
Yeah.
do they sell a lot of knockoff stuff?
Yeah.
No, I almost
It's
got an.
grizzly over there.
I almost
Yeah.
got an apartment over there when I tried to move to Hollywood.
That
I was
would've
moving
been
to
bad for
Hollywood.
you.
Oh my God, that like we were like my girlfriend and I were like people were like, where are you guys gonna move? We're like, have you ever heard of MacArthur Park? And they were like, and they were like, oh, is that why the landlord was really clear about all the security cameras? It's really
Yeah.
safe at night. And we were like, yeah, it's MacArthur Park. There's a pretty park over there.
No, it's a place where homeless people live.
Langers though. Langers is bomb. They got
Langers-
bomb
yeah,
pastrami
Langers
over
is
there.
good.
Yeah.
What's Langers?
It's a restaurant. It's right across from MacArthur Park, and they got thick cut.
It's a real
pastrami.
deli.
Yeah, it's real good.
Who are you texting?
No, I'm looking up your buddy.
Ibs.
Ebbs.
Okay. Oh, this is. I love. I'm not one of those people. If someone tells me something, I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna figure out a way to make sure you're wrong, or like prove. You know those people that are like, yeah, but how
So
is
you wouldn't
this?
be a very good journalist.
You mean skeptics?
Yeah, both of those things.
Yeah.
If you tell me something about you, I just take you at face value. And if it's not real, then I don't care.
No, I'm, from being at TMZ for so long, I'm hyper skeptical of everything. People post like heartwarming videos and like animal videos. I'm like, this shit's doctored. Like people post,
Oh, yeah.
There's a heartwarming video of like a guy in the gym with not all his limbs doing exercise in the gym, and I'm like, is this real?
Are you saying?
No arms or no legs?
I
What
was
the
like-
hell was he doing?
Yeah, he
Just
had no-
rolling around? I don't
No,
know.
he had no arms, and he was
He
doing
was
box jumps.
He was doing sit-ups. It's box jumps.
What the hell's a box jump?
There's-
Damn it, Kim.
There's like a 3-foot box that you have to jump onto and then jump back off of. It's how you get a butt, white girl.
Oh, bah, 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 bah. She ain't got no ass. The funny don't stop. Kim and Ken. And Lennox Lewis. Who the fuck that is?
Louis J.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
I
have
was,
a great butt.
anyway, I was like, it was
He
this
does
was-
not. Yeah, I get, if he's an Amber Rose fan, he doesn't think you have any ass whatsoever. I guarantee that. No ass. You your no ass self.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but this guy was doing box jumps with no arms, and I was like, is this real? Does this guy really have no arms, or did they just?
Yeah.
Did they?
Are you saying that celebrities do this to pull at people's heartstrings? Like post stuff like that?
I don't know. Yeah.
Just
Well,
for
that
likes
shit
and-
happens on AGT all the time. America's Got Talent all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, there's a dude last night in a wheelchair, and he was so handicapped that he talked. I'm not making fun of him. He was like,
Right.
but you couldn't understand him.
Right.
And he had an interpreter telling the jokes. And so they got off stage. I was like, well, good luck on America's Got Talent this year. You know, because it's all like editing in the story and all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I've
it's
done
not-
a ton of reality, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like they ask you the same question like 88 times and then they doctor it.
Well, it's just like you get used to the viral videos come through so often that it seems like there's always some sort of ulterior motive. Like that one of the girl catching the fly ball in the corner was actually a Gatorade commercial. It was a viral campaign.
yeah.
Do you remember that one? That like amazing catch that girl made in the corner of like, it was a Fenway-esque park, but it was smaller than that. It was supposed to be like a high school, like super thing. But it was up right up against the billboard.
Yeah.
So it was actually a Gatorade ad. Just stuff like that. And when Chewbacca Mom came out, I was like, this is a Target ad. I still believe Chewbacca Mom was a Target ad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do my Chewbacca impersonation?
No.
Okay.
It was a you mean to sell the product?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know what? That might be.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that famous Nike commercial with Tiger Woods bouncing the golf ball off
Right.
his club. That was real. Apparently, in between takes, he was just waiting for them to set up lighting and stuff, and he started just bouncing it. And they're like, "Can you do that? Like, how long can you do that for?" He's like, "I can do it all day." You know what I mean? And then he just hit it up in the air and smacked it, and like that's the story behind that commercial. That they're shooting something entirely different, but you don't know, man. Like
Right.
you know what I mean? You
Right.
you have no idea.
Well, you guys know DJ Dimmers?
Yep.
Yeah.
He was talking about he was auditioning for America's Got Talent, and they're like, great. So how hard is it being deaf? And he's like, not hard. And they're like, yeah, but aren't you really sad sometimes? Can you cry? And he's
Right.
like, I'm not sad about being deaf. I'm fine. and he like has a whole bit about it, but he's like they really, and then he's like, I didn't get it because they wanted me to they needed me to cry. And he
Yeah.
was just like, I don't really have anything to cry about.
Yeah.
I have a great life.
I walked into the fucking audition. I was like, sorry, I just found out my grandma died. Anyways, let's tell some jokes, guys. Grandma, Viola.
Grandma's boy. Grandma's boy. That'd be a good. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that for you on reality TV. It's Grandma's boy.
Huh?
Is that your fake cry?
I don't know, probably. I've never cried.
Can you-
Oh, that's not true. In the middle of a couple of our production meetings, you have to get up and leave.
That's rage. That's not crying.
Yeah, but you come back with tears in your eyes.
No, it's not. It's just.
Did you know that we had this relationship?
Not the extent of it. I mean, I assumed it was pretty intense. You know, you've been doing this for a while.
It's pretty awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate him.
We won't talk after the show. When the
Really?
microphones turn off, that'll be it.
Yeah.
What can I give her at the bar show tomorrow that will make you jealous?
Beer. I'm a fucking alcoholic.
Okay.
I got the dude's hat and I got the dude's towel.
Oh, he got the towel?
I want a
did get the
towel.
towel.
Can I
You
get
want
a towel?
Because the dude walked
I got
up
a
and was like,
hat.
oh, you already got a hat. I was like, I'm not walking out empty-handed, motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
I need a towel.
All right, let's see if we can get you a towel.
Okay.
And then you can sell pictures of you in the towel,
Just wrap your feet in it.
and the dudes can, the dudes will, they'll like,
Oh,
they'll
okay.
goose it.
What's goose it?
Well, they'll like market it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll re-forward it for you.
Yeah.
done.
Brian, you are.
Wait, can we look at our screen time before we do this? I really
Oh
want to.
shit! We gotta go. We got 1 minute.
We got 1 minute. Everyone,
All right.
look
So
at
I've
the-
been addicted. So we'll talk about this a little bit next week. I'm addicted to my phone. I'm finally ready to admit that I have a problem. I found this feature on my phone called Screen Time, and it shows me what my average is on the, or how much screen time I have the day of,
Uh-huh.
and then what my average has been for the last 7 days. So if you guys
Right.
go on to where
Yeah.
they have settings.
Did you go to
You
your
go to
I haven't
screen
opened it
time?
yet.
Yeah, I went to mine.
Okay, so what's your screen time?
3 hours and 55 minutes.
Okay, what's yours?
5 hours and 44 minutes.
Oh wow, I'm 4 hours and 44 minutes. Now, if you click
And today
on,
was a day when I had a ton of shit to do.
Now, if you click on the time,
Uh-huh.
click on the time, and then up on the top right it says last 7 days.
Wait, where do we click on?
Yeah, it's gonna take forever.
Yeah.
So where it says 5 hours and 44 minutes or whatever.
Oh, actually,
click that,
Okay.
and now see that where it says last 7 days.
No. Oh, yeah.
There you go. Now what's it say? Average per day of the last 7 days.
Oh, is this bad? And should I be embarrassed? 5 hours and 46 minutes.
Go ahead, Brian.
5 hours and 20 minutes.
8 hours and 38 minutes.
Oh
Wow!
Yeah. So what I did is I took a look, and you can break down like what you're looking at. Instagram and Facebook are my two biggest culprits. So what I did is I put a 1 hour limit on Facebook and Instagram, and also I put a 1 hour limit on social media. By 1 o'clock today, I had no more access to Facebook and Instagram.
Wait a second. I want to defend myself.
Please.
In my last week, I have 37 hours total, which
Yep.
breaks down to the 5 hours. 14 of those almost 15 of those hours are messages.
Okay. So you're working.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's part of it. This is part of our business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
12 hours is on Instagram, and a lot of my stuff is on Instagram. I mean, I've got that guy that wants pictures of my feet.
Yeah, that was one guy.
That was
So it
most
doesn't
Something like that
12
took like
hours.
12 hours for sure.
So what happens? The program won't open?
No, it opens to a screen that says, sorry, your time's up, but then there's an option there that says ignore time limit. So I can access it immediately, but it's just a nice reminder of like,
Right.
but like, for me, it's like waiting in traffic, waiting in line,
Yeah.
in between, like at shows, if I'm waiting to go up, like, I'm never.
On a flight?
On a flight, yeah, like, some of these things I get, but like, at the same time,
8
for
hours is a
me,
lot.
8, fuck.
Yeah, that's a lot. You
scared
gotta-
me.
That's a full-time job.
You got to dial it back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a problem.
I got I have 5 hours is too much, even with that much time texting. Oh, come on.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're just not in our bodies.
I gotta start giving the thumbs up more often in the text, because that just ends the text chain. Okay, thumbs up. That's
Yeah.
it. I like want to have fun. I want to be playful, make people no. Get back to me a little bit.
Yeah, be
Fuck y'all.
present in the world.
Yeah.
Brian, check out Brian's new album, No Filler, available on iTunes today. Recorded at the DC Improv. Brian, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Appreciate
it
it.
was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's fun.
We want to thank Dash Studios for their state-of-the-art facilities. We want to thank our boss, Marcus King, for giving us a home here at Dash Radio. Lots of exciting things coming up. Our website is under construction, but it will be up soon. We're super excited about that. We're getting some artists doing logos, lots of cool, fun shit. If you guys want to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, at Kim and Ken Show. You guys can also email us, kimandkenshow@gmail.com. Don't forget, Kim has a Y. Why?
Because I'm really pretty.
There you go. We'll see you guys next Monday. Thanks for
Because she
tuning
doesn't
in.
want to dance.
I thought about that as soon as I said it. You know, the not. We're gonna take a picture of you.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna be in it. Can I please go? Okay, I think I have to go. I just want to do that. How'd it go? I feel like I might smell, or is it just the room? Because it's hot and there's a bunch of us in here. Do you want a piece of gum, Brian?
Sure.
Anybody else?
Thank you.
I'm good, thank you.
Is there a bathroom down here?
Yeah, as soon as you go out, right to the left of the front desk, there's a restroom right there.
All right. We'll take a picture first.
There's also one upstairs.
Yeah, I'm used to going upstairs.
Yeah, it's a restroom upstairs. Thanks for coming out. man.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
All right.
Look, are you going back up there? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is scary.
Is there any way to check and make sure everything's working at the, what you call tomorrow, so we don't have an issue?
Where?
At the, Dream. Cause you know we ain't trying to get back on since that shit was out. Yeah, I'll check. Okay. Yeah, cause that'd be the worst thing in the world to get that tomorrow.
For tape?
Yeah.